God evening, gamers, or God afternoon, or God morning, whatever it is. Hello, hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to the final week of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. We're really in it now. Hello everybody, hello Asho, Reese's, welcome, how's it going? You had your first day of school today and you already have like 6 assignments. Oh, I'm so sorry. To have like all that on the first day, that's very stressful. Because you're still like getting used to the new routine and everything. That's a lot to deal with, but I hope it's not too stressful. Ember, Kafka, welcome. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm very excited for today. I don't know what to expect, but it's gonna be wild, I'm sure. Bio major things, oh man. I didn't have to take any science classes in college. I had an AP credit from high school that I could carry over for my science gen eds, so I didn't have to take any like college level science. Oops. But yeah, it's a big day today, and I don't know how long this last case is, and I mean, it's gonna be longer than the other ones, I'm sure. And then we also have the bonus case, but I think within 5 streams, including this one, we can be done with this game. And it doesn't feel real. I don't want it to be over. I don't want it to be over! I'm hoping we can finish it this week, though. Of all the classes I'm taking, I love anatomy and genetics. Ooh, that sounds fun. Anatomy was always really fascinating to me. That was always the kind of science that I liked the most. And you're learning Japanese too? That's so cool. I hope that's really fun. Yeah, anatomy was always really interesting to me. I was not a dance major. I was a theater major in college, but the school that I went to was like really well known for dance. And I think all the dancers had to take like an anatomy for dancers class, which honestly I would have loved to take that. It seems, because I took dance classes like as extracurriculars, and I want to get back into it. But finding dance classes as an adult is kind of difficult. But I think that would be really cool, especially to learn like how like the body and movement and how it all works. It's very cool. Yeah. Anatomy is very fascinating to me. Oh my god, you're a dancer too? Oh my god, that's so exciting! What's your favorite style? I did a lot of like the basic kind of ones, like ballet, jazz, tap, modern, all that. I think tap was my favorite. I used to really love tap. I want to get back into it, but you're joining dance classes as well. Ooh, what are you taking? That's exciting. But yeah, tap was always my favorite, I think. I know there's a ballet school nearby that does like drop-in classes for like adults, but it's like an inconvenient drive away though, so. Oh, you did an Indian classical called Odissi? Is that, I hope I'm not mispronouncing that, Odissi. That's pretty cool, that sounds really fun. Yeah, I guess I'm only really well versed in like Western kind of dance styles, but that sounds really cool. Are you joining the class of you, Nasho? Okay. But that sounds really cool, Asha. That's awesome. But yeah, lawyer time. I'm scared and excited. This town ain't big enough for 3 ace attorneys, it seems. Oh, stress is on the O. Odyssey then? Odyssey? Is that how it's pronounced? Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, good work, Odyssey. All right, gotcha. In other news, I learned today that apparently the PC version of Final Fantasy XVI is closer than I thought. I didn't know. I thought I was keeping. I was staying up to date on like when it was happening and everything. Apparently there's a Steam page for it out saying September 17th it drops on Steam. Like NSYNC, bye, you'll be busting out those moves, let's go, yeah! I'm not good at that kind of dance. But yeah, I know I said I would be dropping everything for Final Fantasy 16 once it got ported to PC. I was not anticipating the port happening so soon. So, that's a bit, weird. we're not gonna play it as soon as it gets ported, if that's the case then. So we're gonna stick to our normal plan where Dawn Trail, The Answer, Investigations, Metaphor. Then after Metaphor, that might be when we play Final Fantasy 16. And that could either be like our last game of 2024 or our first game of 2025. It may take us in 2024 into 2025. I don't know how long Metaphor is, but that'll probably be the plan. We'll probably play 16 instead of Nier. Or we'll like gauge interest, I guess, whether people are more interested in seeing 16 versus Nier. Because we'll get to both eventually. But I've been wanting to play 16 for so long. I mean, it's only been out for like a little over a year, but I had a lot of FOMO when it came out, okay? Because I don't have a PS5. So finally I can overcome that FOMO. I feel like I've seen too much. No, not too much. I did do the 16 crossover event in Final Fantasy 14. And I feel like I saw something in that event that maybe I shouldn't have, based on the story. Like, from what I heard, it only covered, like, the details were revealed in the 14 event were only in, like, the first couple chapters of 16, so it's not anything, like, major that I got spoiled on. But I feel like I know some things I probably shouldn't, but it's fine. It's so fine. We'll get there eventually, and it'll be a fun time. At least I hope, because I don't know how good. I mean, I know people love 16, but I think it's also emotionally damaging, which is par for the course with Final Fantasy. But yeah. Breeze, expert, welcome. You woke up early, showered, shaved, drove to work, went grocery shopping, lunch break, drove home, cooked, clean, give yourself a haircut. Let's go. You did a lot today. Errands, work, everything. Let's go. We love it. Hope you have a nice little relaxing evening then. Yeah, 16. Final Fantasy 16. Sooner rather than later, it seems. Which is another wrench in our plans. But it'll be so fine. Mm-hmm. Oh my god! Oh my god, the anonymous gift sub. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Reese's. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you. And enjoy your sub and your emotes and your ad-free viewing, Reese's. I need to commission some more emotes. I was thinking about I need to get in and I need to get a starting soon screen and some more emotes. Because I have a couple emote slots I can get, and I think I have some animated emote slots too. I might get some emotes that look like me, but I also like doing character emotes. I know I want an Aegis stare emote, maybe like an Aegis fisheye emote. You're all grinding out and it's only Monday. I feel that. I think because I did a little stream yesterday, my brain thinks it's Tuesday rather than Monday, which is really weirding me out. It's wild. 7TV emotes? I know there's 7TV emote. I've heard 7TV was created because of somebody tried to make a racist emote on BTTV and then it got taken down. So then they created 7TV so it would then exist. They could make it? I don't know. That's what I've heard. So I don't use 7TV for that reason, but I do use BTTV. I have a lot of, I do have BTTV Pro now, so we can get a lot of BTTV emotes as well. I'll be using this Walter White emote and hope enjoy it. Speaking of BTTV, I have a little Walter animated one. I think I have Sol 3D. Is it Sol 3D? Yes, Sol 3D. I still need to finish. Sketty. What is Sketty? Okay, what do you want I don't know what Sketty means, but what would you like the command to say? I'd like for the little emotes. See, I'm not a fan of Pepe emotes either because I know they've been like co-opted by like hate groups, and I know that's very unfortunate, and I know that's not what people mean when they use them, but I generally am not a fan of those. Yeah, it's a personal thing, you know. You want spaghetti? All right, we can add that then. Do you just want it to say I want spaghetti? We can add it then. Hope I do this right. If I had a nickel for every time I witness Pepe discussions, so we could have 2 nickels. I'm so sorry, Cam. I am so sorry. But I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Pepe, just because it's unfortunate that he's been co-opted like that, but yeah. I didn't plan ahead, just want to see what happened. If you just redeem, yeah, that's if you want to add a command. Do you want to add that command? If not, I can refund those points. Yay, internet. Yeah, it's a day on the internet. But yeah, would you like that command added? Unless I'm talking about, I don't really like what it's become either. Yeah, it's fair. I have a lot of Froogie and Froge emotes that I use instead. Maybe I'll refund and try again. We have good. Okay, I don't know how to refund channel points. I can do that, right? Channel points. I gotta figure out how to do this. I don't actually never learned how to refund channel points. That's like a mod thing, and I never learned how to do that. I'm so sorry. Or if I can just, you get one free command redeem if you want one anytime in the future. We can put a whole new thing on. Okay, thank you. That's how it's it. But yeah, I use Froogie and Froge emotes instead of Pepe usually. Like, there's a lot of Froogie like variations and Froge variations as well. Like, there's even Froge P. I've added Froge P. Yeah, base game Twitch, no mods detected. I know. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, use Froge P to your heart's content. I saw Deadpool and Wolverine for the second time today. Met the hardcore Marvel fan. Ooh, that's exciting. I have not seen any Marvel stuff since Endgame, I think. I just got super burned out on it, and honestly, I was only watching like the Avengers movies because everybody else was, and I thought, yeah, it's okay, I'll just go watch it because I want to be informed. I want to know what the people are watching and seeing and talking about these days, you know? I want to be one of the cool kids. But that's how I decided to watch a lot of shows when I was younger. That's why I watched Friends in high school, because everybody else was watching it. It was kind of mid. I mean, it's not my type of humor. There are some funny scenes in it, but it's not my sense of humor, I guess, for the most part. It's just not for me, I guess. I sat through 13 seasons of Grey's Anatomy because all the girls in school were watching it. That was a hassle. And I even in like through the first year of college, I tried to keep up with it, and then I just could not, yeah. Friends started to age badly like 5 years after airing, right, yeah. Like the fat jokes, really just not fun, not a fan of all that, and yeah. Being me go to all high school without watching any live action TV shows for all of high school, oh no! I just saw Sonic fan game and found the Ace Attorney core. Oh my god, NR, welcome, how's that going? But, oh my god, speaking of Sonic music, Sonic R music goes so hard. But I hope you're doing well. But Ace Attorney Sonic, that's amazing. I know there was that like Sonic murder mystery game that came out, I think last year for April Fool's Day. I've never played that, but it'd be funny if there was like some kind of trial discussion with that as well. It was like in the middle of this movie in Guardians of the Galaxy. I did watch the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I think I saw the second one too. It's been a minute though. I definitely did not watch the third one. Oh, Ivy, welcome. Finish your first day of your junior year in college. Let's go, congrats. Awesome. It's that time of year, yeah. I think a lot of the schools in the area are moving in this week, and the school that I work at, I think, has moved in this week. Although I have to go in to work at 7 a.m. 2 days this week, pretty early, so I shouldn't hit any of the crowds and the traffic while I'm there, but let's hope not. The murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is genuinely cool as hell. I might need to check that out. Is it free to play? Because I might need to check that out. It is free? Okay, then I definitely need to play it, for sure. It's so hot though, I'm dying. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's a bit hot in my room right now as well. Although today outside it was kind of cloudy and cool for the most part. Like it wasn't like burning hot. I think it was like 66 or 67 degrees outside today, so it wasn't terrible. Best idea Sonic teams had in years to murder the dude. Oh boy, he died. He dead. Oopie. But yeah. Should we do some lawyering? Also, why does this song kind of match Edgeworth dancing in the corner? I feel the sunshine when I update the autopsy report. Do we get more shadow games? Do we? Mayhaps. I showed it to my friend, they said they played it all the way through in a night right after I went home. No! I kind of want to play Shadow the Hedgehog just for laughs. My brother has the GameCube one. Like, we have we still have a working Wii that we can play GameCube games on, so I could play it there. It's probably gonna be a mess, though. Nintendo's working on the competitor, Super Mario's Homicide! Yeah. Well, they got Detective Pikachu, but I don't know if Detective Pikachu investigates murder. I've never played a Detective Pikachu game. I saw the first movie, but I didn't play the games. Shadow the Hedgehog is so nuts, but I love it so much. See, I love those kind of games where they're like, either the gameplay is janky or the story is like weird, but like, a lot of older games I feel like have that kind of feel to them, but something about it is just so fun. I kind of want to play that. I want to see how Rifle sets up her crimes in AA7. You got a good point. Rifle may be the mastermind here. Anyways, should we go see what Rifle's up to now? Do some lawyering? Let's do this. I don't know what the hell to expect today. Last time on Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. It's a day that ends in Y, which means Apollo got roped into some shit that he did not sign up for. And now he's going up against his boss. Let's see, what is Rifle doing in Karine? Did Rifle, help write the DC Act? Oh no, what if she's the true ruler of, Karine and then, Queen Garen is just a puppet ruler? Anyways, yeah, Apollo's having a fucking day, as usual. And we're going up against Phoenix Wright in court. It's not a murder trial, but that could very easily change, considering this is Ace Attorney, and the one case that we had that was not murder in the main series turned out to later be murder. So yeah. Rifle is a penguin from the DLC in Dual Destinies. Anyways. Somebody is gonna be losing their title of Ace Attorney. I would say this town ain't big enough for 2 Ace Attorneys, but instead it's 3 Ace Attorneys because Athena is an Ace Attorney. She keeps her title. She's not part of this, so she gets to keep her title. If 2 Ace Attorneys go up against each other like this, does the loser have to relinquish their title? Either way, Athena keeps her title. Finally, Aloe Attorney, yes! One of them, yes, if Phoenix loses, he has to change, yep. He'll be known as Bi Attorney. Not that that's a downgrade or anything, but, you know, it's more accurate to who he is, you know? I made one joke how she did the crime, we all just joined it. I love that. I love running gags and, like, ongoing jokes, and it's one of the fun things about streaming with like, a group of people like this. It's very fun to just have running gags. If Nick loses, he has to un-ace. No! The biggest face-off since Godzilla vs. Kong, indeed. May 17th, 2028. A day that will go down in history. Let's go. Just so you know— oh yeah, Trucy, what are you doing? Trucy is, like, devastated over this. She's like, I don't want to pick sides! Man, bridge to mass sex in her, stop! If Feeny loses, he has to swallow his badge. Oh no. What if the loser did have to relinquish their badge? I mean, it would be the first time Phoenix has done that, but... Anyways, just so you know, I'm not going to take sides. Message received loud and clear. Good, because I don't like this one bit. You and Daddy should be on the same team. Sorry, Trucy. Oh, she's really mad. Is this new music? Yeah, why do we have to pit 2 bad bitches against each other? This is horrible. Yeah, I'm with Trucy on this one. But you know what? I think this is Polly's chance to get 2 years of baggage, or 2 years of grievances off of his chest. Call out Phoenix in a courtroom for everything he put you through in Game 4. For kind of like leading you along, making you the errand boy, like not telling you shit, giving you forged evidence. It's your turn to, like, get back at him for being a sneaky little shit. Anyways, if Phoenix loses, he has to dump Edgeworth. No! I'm sorry too, little lady. This is all my fault. Fatherhood ended with Phoenix. Dirk is my dad now.
I'm just worried things will never be the same between Daddy and Apollo. If they go through with this.
It's okay, it's all business. Is that all? Well, I wouldn't worry about that. That's the way it is with us men. We may fight, but we don't burn I mean... It was the lightning that burnt the bridge. I'm trying to think in Bridge to Turnabout. Godot did not burn down the bridge. That was the lightning. I guess it was Zeus. Zeus is father of Apollo. You're father of Apollo in a sense. Are you Zeus? Did you burn Dusky Bridge? Are you responsible for Phoenix falling into that chasm, Dirk? I may be taking leaps in my logic, but isn't that how we work in this game?
Really?
Sure. One minute we're trading blows, and the next rabbit. This is like that country song. What is that? What is that? What is the name of that song that goes like, I kinda wanna thank him, I kinda wanna knock him out. Is this what it's called? Whoever Broke Your Heart. I just typed the lyrics onto Spotify. Is this the right song? It is! Never would have got you in my arms. Whoever didn't see the girl. I don't know, where in the lyrics is it? I gotta find it. I don't know. That's literally the start. This is what they're gonna be like at the end of this. This is good. Is this? Is it? I feel like this is what goes through every attorney's name, like their mind whenever they're like. Yeah. Anyways, that's not Phoenix and Apollo actually, because that is an unintentionally homoerotic song, and that's not what they've got going on. But that does sound very. Imagine if anyone can match his freak. I think only Phoenix and Edgeworth can match each other's freak. Something about them is just them. Anyways. We're simple creatures at heart. Aha!
I sure hope you're right. Sorry I'm late, Apollo.
If Polly wins, Nick goes bald. He loses the signature spikes. No! Bald Athena, stop! It'll be like Phoenix's first case all over again with Frank saw it and his toupee. Alright, is she my assistant? Alright, we're going up against the big bad boss here. We're gonna do this.
Sorry I'm late, Apollo.
Athena, there you are. What happened with you and Mr. Wright yesterday? Oh yeah, she got lost. She was supposed to pick him up at the airport.
Oh, about that. I ended up going to the wrong airport. I was waiting there, thinking his flight was really late, and before I knew it, I dozed off. By the time I woke up, it was already dark.
I figured something like that had happened. Being late and dozing off are the two things you do best. Polly, shut the fuck up.
Guilty as charged.
So then, I take it you have no idea what today's case is about?
Not a clue, sorry. What is today's case about, if I might ask? Another locked room mystery? A suspect with a flimsy alibi? Ooh, or a dying message?
Strike 3, you're out. It's a civil case, our first non-murder case.
A civil case?
You act like I'm speaking Swahili here.
It's just the Right Anything Agency specializes in criminal law, or so I thought. In civil cases, there are no prosecutors, right? Instead, both parties retain an attorney.
Right. And the other attorney is someone you know very well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where's the corpse? Athena's so confused. Where's the body?
Really? Who?
The trial will begin shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom at once. Let's do this. Stick it to the big man.
Apollo, wait. Who's the other attorney? And where's Mr. Wright?
No time to explain. You could just say he's the fucking other attorney.
Okay. Oh, right behind you.
I hope Edgeworth is here watching. I mean, Edgeworth was in Karine Village yesterday. We didn't get to see him, but he was apparently there. I hope he's here watching this. I hope he gets to watch Phoenix get his ass kicked by his protégés. Court is now in session. Oh, hey. It feels weird seeing Phoenix face the other way. Is this some sort of practice session? A mock trial, perhaps? Judge, you're on the clock, buddy. Like, no, it's not, Your Honor. This is Evil Phoenix. Evil Phoenix facing the left. Mirrored Phoenix isn't real, he can't hurt you. It feels so wrong! Ah! It's the real deal, Your Honor. So then you two had a falling out? I won't have you in my courtroom for that, you know. It's nothing like that, Your Honor. Exactly. It just so happens we have different clients in this case. Evil Phoenix being like, I hate defending! Yeah. I see, well, he is hoping this has no adverse effects on your working relationship. There has never been petty drama in this court, never.
You can say that again? I had no idea we'd be going up against the boss today. You sure this is a good idea, Apollo?
What, do you want to switch sides?
Honestly, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now.
Well, at least she is here. I'm really gonna need her help. Is Phoenix alone? He can do this alone, right? Mr. Justice. Yes? No unnecessary feelings here. Every case with Rightworth is petty drama. They do bicker like a married couple. Yeah. Like, something about in the end of Dual Destinies when we finally have Phoenix and Edgeworth against each other. Something about that just feels so right. Like, right, haha. They literally sounded like it was literally married couple bickering. Like, they're like, hey, I have good taste. Like, it's like they're arguing about, like, furniture decor and wallpaper choices almost. And they were like, hey, don't we see spectacular things all the time? Didn't we see your daughter's show yesterday or something like that? Like, yeah. Evil Edge just be like, I know exactly how I feel, and it's not love. Oh yeah, let Apollo knock all the shots. At least we can humble the big boss together. Evil Judge be like, yes, I understand perfectly, literally. Wait, what do you say? Don't expect me to go easy on you? Okay. Yeah, don't expect me to pull any punches just because you're the opposing lawyer. As I said, the kid gloves are off, and come with me, they'll stay off. Same here, Mr. Wright. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Now what? Does Judge even know how to deal with non-murder cases? Evil Phoenix be like, I respect you and your skill as a lawyer, stop! Man, Evil Judge be like, I know who the lawyers in the courtroom will be in advance.
Yeesh, you guys are really chomping at the bit, aren't you?
I don't mind a good fight between co-workers, just to keep this civil case. I don't know why I'm giggling. This is so funny to me. This feels absurd. Like, this is, this is so strange. I just can't help but laugh. Yes. Evil Judge be like, you can't have a whip in court, young lady. Evil Judge be like, the prosecution may not physically attack the defense. Now then, if the plaintiff would take the stand, we may begin. Oh my god. Take an estimated guess. Oh, I have no honest. Oh my god! Thank you for the bits! Ah! Yeah, thank you so much for all the bits! Thank you! How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bits! Thank you! Chopping at the what? Haha!
Noble Judge, members of the gallery, good day to you. I am Paul Atishon. This is but the start of my epic campaign, and you all have the honor of witnessing it.
You know how awkward it's been having 9 unspent bits? Oh no. That's like such an odd number to have, yeah. Evil Simon be like, I'm going to be honest about my emotions and not pretend to be someone I'm not. Yeah.
I believe the youth of this country are our very future.
Bro thinks he's Yoshida from Persona 5.
Too long have they been looked down on and given the cold shoulder. So to them I say, ask not what you can do for your country. Ask what you can do for me. Oh my god.
Mr. Atterton, what is this crazy contraption you're riding in?
It's my custom-made election-winning campaign mobile. Beautiful, isn't it?
The judge says no, it is not. You're at a witness stand, not a campaign podium, so come out of there this instant. Evil Black will be like, howdy y'all, I'm from Texas. But bro, we don't need the name tag. Now, would the plaintiff's attorney, Mr. Wright, please explain the complaint filed against the defendant. Mr. Addison's complaint against the defendant is simple. The defendant, one Dirk Sadmati, stole my client's family heirloom, the Crystal of Ami Faye. Mr. Addison merely seeks its return.
This wouldn't have happened if that archaeologist hadn't kicked the bucket.
What if you killed him because you wanted this dispute? Haha. Campaigning politicians in Japan actually be a bit like this, driving around quiet neighborhoods and everything. Oh, so that's not just something made up for Persona? Sorry. No, from like, there are some of the politician campaigning that I've seen in 2 separate Persona games. It's very much as like that, and I was like, is that just like something that they made up just for these stories to make it fit? Or is that like a legit thing they do? Which I guess it is something they do. Every time I think the puns get worse, the game proves me wrong. I fear we may have not seen the worst. Like, it's the last case of the main story. Are there any characters that we haven't seen yet that are gonna have worse names than real Nemu? The defense asserts the item in question is the Founder's Orb, a sacred relic from Kurine.
Need to go now? No worries, Reese's. Have a good night. Thanks for being here.
It seems someone asked an archaeologist, Dr. Archie Buff, to study the orb. Dr. Buff determined that it was a Kurinese national treasure known as the Founder's Orb. Peas Love and Understanding is up there with the best worst of them. That is such a name. Truly the name ever. The very orb that was stolen from a treasure room in Kurine several weeks ago. Why yes, I saw a news report about that. The theft of a Kurinese national treasure caused quite an uproar in the kingdom. Well, we believe that it was not, in fact, a theft in the traditional sense, but rather that it was spirited out of Kurine by someone for Dr. Buff to study. Next defendant is Ike Ildeguy. I love that. Around that time, an acquaintance of the defendant learned of Dr. Buff. He made contact with a doctor who agreed to hand over the orb. Apparently, the doctor wanted nothing to do with it once he learned it had been stolen. Seems you even have a transfer agreement between both parties. Mr. Sadmati also agreed to return the Founder's Orb to the Kingdom of Kurine, once the doctor verified it was the real thing. I see. So this dispute centers on whether the item in question is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Ami Faye. That, in turn, will determine the object's rightful owner. Better bring my A-game. Going up against Mr. Wright won't be a walk in the park. Come to think of it, the name Dirk Sadmati sounds awfully familiar. But I can't recall where I've heard it. Maybe we shouldn't tell him where he's heard it. Oh, it's probably your imagination, Your Honor. He's just a tourist, after all. My imagination, you say?
Are you sure about this, Apollo? He's a wanted criminal in Kurine, isn't he?
In Kurine, yes. Here, he's just a tourist. Very well. Let's begin the proceedings. Bailiff, would you bring in the first witness? Emma, hey. Hello, bestie. Emma. Shout out to the Tumblr post joking that someone will be named The Killer and all the notes being like, oh, yeah. That is really one of the most Ace Attorney names ever. Show some manners. We're in court. I know, it's just... This is a civil trial, so I was surprised to see a detective take the stand. I had her do some digging on Dr. Buff. What for? You disappoint me, Apollo. First, you know I'm not just a detective. I'm a forensic scientist. Do try to remember that. Second, you owe Mr. Wright an apology. After all he's done for you, you have some nerve. First, I'm sorry. And second, I'm really just trying to do my job. You'll never get anywhere with that attitude. Take some advice from someone who's been there. Why do I feel like I'm on trial here? Detective Sky, your testimony, if you please. The doctor's dark secret. Oh shit. The police have had their eye on Dr. Buffs for some time. And just today, a number of stolen artifacts were discovered in his study. Among them were a priceless urn and a statue that were stolen from the fake land. It seems the doctor would do anything to study artifacts, including steal them. As for the relic at the center of this dispute, he likely stole it from the Adishan residence. The doctor is a thief? No way. Why am I just hearing about this now? Well, cat burglar isn't something he'd put on his resume. He was more careful than that. But the fact is, he was a classic treasure hunter.
A treasure hunter, huh? Like people who have thrilling adventures in exotic places, risking life and limb for glory?
I doubt Dr. Buff was the star of his own hit movie series, Athena. Out of respect for the dead, I will say that Dr. Buff wasn't doing it to get rich. Apparently, he only wanted to borrow artifacts to study them. He would then return them as soon as his research was finished. Oh, how generous. According to the doctor's child, he'd even repair or restore some of the artifacts he stole before returning them. He believed he was honoring the dead by discovering their history through artifacts. But whatever lofty ideals he held, it makes no difference. Larceny is larceny. Yes, he certainly sounds no different from a regular thief to me. So let's say for a moment that the doctor really did moonlight in stealing artifacts. Might he not have stolen the Founder's Orb in Khura'in and brought it back here himself? Nope, there's no record of him traveling overseas over the past few years. Plus, he couldn't very well leave his reclusive child at home all alone. Wasn't the child living with the mom? And this really must be the Crystal of Amife. Yay, trial over. Apollo, you're no longer the ace attorney. Yes, he stole it from the Adishan residence, probably so he could study it. This is a left hook I did not need.
I bet you never saw that.
You never saw it coming? No way, Persona reference. Yeah, when Mr. Wright said the kid gloves were off, he wasn't kidding. He actually came to court prepared. Never saw it. You never see it coming. Alright, Emma. Tell me things.
Hold it!
How exactly did Dr. Buff arouse the suspicion of the police anyway? Chalk it up to good old-fashioned sleuthing. After investigating countless artifact thefts over the past few years, the police finally zeroed in on him, and the doctor became their prime suspect. A number of those artifact thefts occurred in Khura'in Village too, if I might add. And they started right around the time the doctor moved there. But he was never arrested. I take it there was nothing concrete linking him to a crime? No, which is why we were never able to get a search warrant in the first place. It's hard to arrest artifact thieves unless you catch them red-handed. Still, the police had him under constant surveillance. Just today.
Hold it!
Are you sure these allegedly stolen artifacts are the real deal? They're not fakes, that's for sure. Take the urn, for example. Apparently, it's an extremely intricate work of art. Its design, cracks, and other features would be impossible to replicate perfectly. Actually, I've had a few run-ins with that urn myself. Yeah, you fingered yourself because of that urn. So I was shocked to see it there in the doctor's study. I can say without a doubt, that urn was stolen from the fake land. I see. Detective Sky, please continue with your testimony if you would. He what with... It's a line in case 3-2 that I'll never forget. Like, when you're trying to figure out whose fingerprints should be on the urn when it's in Luke Atmy's bag, if you guess incorrectly, then he starts thinking over it again, and he's like, that means the person I should be fingering is... And the person whose prints should be on it is himself. So the answer is Phoenix. I didn't question it. I just assumed I misheard. No, that's real game dialogue indeed. Oh, hi, Caliber. You joined at a very interesting time. How are you?
Hold it!
Were any other stolen artifacts found besides those belonging to the phase? Yes. For instance, the MF who repels physical. Remember the large relief on the wall? It was chiseled out of some ancient ruins in the Kingdom of Karain several years ago. Was that real? That was real? Yep, that's real dialogue. I didn't make that up in my head. Nope. It's burned into my memory as much as I would like to forget it. Chiseled out? Didn't that damage it? Well, he did restore the parts that were so faded you could barely see them anymore. It seems he intended to return it someday, so one could say his intentions were good. But good intentions are no get-out-of-jail-free card, that's a fact. If I might add, with respect for the deceased, the quality of the restoration was apparently exceptional. It seems the doctor invested a lot of money in hiring an extremely talented specialist. Specialist? All the Persona songs are here!
He sounds like a good man, who took a wrong turn somewhere.
I guess Sarge takes after him in that way. Any further questions? If not...
Hold it!
Have these alleged thefts been going on for some time? At least 5 years, as far as we can tell. You're disturbing the peace! Maybe I'm even looking into my eyes. Or I'm looking into my eyes. You know. All the recent thefts have been local. But before moving to Karain Village, he'd been stealing from ruins around the world. Dr. Buff was an international criminal. You could say he's a phantom thief. The data lends itself to but one conclusion. Dr. Buff was a thief. I mean, we know that... I mean, we got it from the thing in the cave. You claim we stole a family heirloom from the Adishan residence. You clipped something? How could you do that to the urn? Okay, thanks. Thank you for that. But claiming something doesn't make it true. Unfortunately, it is true. He said, no-uh. Fuck you mean, nuh-uh. Oops. What did I say? True. A police report was filed concerning the theft. 1 year ago, in fact. What? A whole year ago? August 25th of last year, to be exact. The report states, and I quote, "The crystal of Omni Fae was discovered to be missing. From the Adishan storehouse at 10 a.m. The storehouse lock had been picked." Signed, Paul Adishan Wimperson. Wimperson? That's... First off, Wimperson, you're a wimpy person. Also, that sounds like impersonate. Well, the year-old report certainly lends the plaintiff's claim credence. The doctor really could have stolen the crystal of Omni Fae. Not only that, Your Honor, but the Founder's Orb was only found to be missing several weeks ago. That is nearly a year after the crystal theft was reported. Therefore, I believe we must consider the orb and the crystal to be two separate items.
Paul Addison Wimperson? Not the most awe-inspiring tail end, is it? I see why he cut it.
Yeah. Not that he inspires confidence without it. Still, I'd probably do the same in his shoes. You know, like Apollo Justice... Grammary? Apollo Justice Bitch Boy. Alright. Alright. Storehouse lock had been picked.
A police report was filed about the crystal's theft a year ago.
But the theft of the Founder's Orb was only reported a few weeks ago. So the crystal's police report was filed way before the orb was found missing. That suggests the stolen relic is the crystal of Omni Fae, as Mr. Ashton Wimperson asserts.
I doubt the police report is a fake. After all, Emma is the one who submitted it as evidence.
Still, I feel like something we learned in that police report is important somehow. Hello, what? Wasted. Do you think their own naming department to come up with these names? God, if there is, I want in on it. Capcom, please hire me. I can come up with the best, worst names ever. Well, and it says storehouse.
Objection!
Oh. Yippee! You're doing great so far, Polly. First objection and you fuck up. Can I have 5 minutes to figure out the answer to that? Man. Well. Alright. I mean, this doesn't include the, this police report only mentions the crystal.
Objection!
Ah, fuck. I mean, the police report was from the past.
Objection!
Okay, I'm fucking up very badly. Oh no. As your boss and mentor, here's a bit of advice. Never present evidence before you have a good grasp of the situation at hand. Damn, I'm sorry, I'm embarrassing you, Polly. Oh, I also recently learned I missed the Yes Daddy dialogue. Apparently that was from Game 5, and I missed it. Oh well. I'm too good at the game, I guess. Phoenix would never do such a thing. Yeah, he would never study the evidence before presenting it. I mean... his name isn't mentioned in this.
Objection!
Fuck! I swear I've used that report everywhere. Is it...
Objection!
Okay, yeah, I'm... You know what, screw it. I feel like I've used the police report in everything, like...
Hold it!
Is this different or no? Me when they break the formula, when it's not just presenting evidence, pressing and then presenting your new thing. You gotta press again. You know, maybe it is Rifle's Orb. Evil Phoenix be like, I'm actually prepared for my trials, yet this really is Evil Phoenix. The police report may say the Crystal of Ani Fey, but how do you know it's this relic right here? Because Mr. Addison has stated as much. Well, I'm not buying it.
Apollo, I was thinking. The plaintiff's legal name is pretty distinctive. Paul Addison Limperson. Do we have any evidence related to his initials or his name?
You just might. Might even point out a flaw in something Emma said.
You think her logic's faulty?
Yeah. If the doctor stole the relic from Mr. Addison, Wimperson, there's one thing the doctor did that doesn't make any sense. Okay, especially if he's desperately searching for a stolen relic. Pa. Ah! So they were collaborating, I see. I see. If Apollo grows another spike, he'll double in power. Yeah! Grow another spike, buddy, hurry up. I see. He learned his name. Alright, but what statement? Well, this is the Founder's Orb. I deciphered the patterns, but I've yet to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. What's the statement, though? Oh, brother. We know is Addison Wimperton.
Objection!
There we go. The doctor stole the relic from the plaintiff. Are you sure? Because that statement doesn't agree with a certain piece of evidence. What do you mean? Take a look at this. What about it? This contains an email from the doctor's computer. Email? That little piece of plastic? I'm afraid I don't understand. Yep, this is normal, Judge. This is good, Judge. He doesn't understand. Oh, this stick here can store all sorts of computer data. I still don't get it. Here, just look at this. Apparently the doctor was reporting his research findings to a certain individual. Now, take a look at this. It's a police report Detective Skye presented to this court. You can see the plaintiff's legal name on it. Paul Addison Wimperson. I can see why he dropped Wimperson from his name, but that's hardly breaking news. Look closer, Your Honor. You see it, Feeney? You do. His initials. I'm gonna keep calling him Feeney. I started calling him Feeney before I knew that was an actual nickname in the game, so, you know, we're still going with it. The plaintiff's full legal name is Paul Addison Wimperson. Now consider this. The email's recipient address starts with 3 letters. P-A-W? Don't tell me. Oh, but I will anyway. The individual who hired the doctor to study the disputed item is none other than Paul Addison Wimperson. Wait, then that means... Exactly. He wouldn't have asked the man who stole his family heirloom to study it. Therefore, how could this possibly be the Crystal of Amife? Ooh! I want to be called Dr. Buff now, too. Never checked the doctor's emails. He couldn't even figure out the password to his computer. The plaintiff willingly left the orb in the doctor's care so he could study it, at the behest of his benefactor. Wait, then what about the police report? I have all the details of the theft right here. It's probably for another relic, the real Crystal of Amife. He's just using the report as a way to claim that our orb is actually a stolen crystal.
Objection!
And how are you so certain that PAW refers to my client's initials? Maybe the email's recipient was a dog lover. Oh God, Phoenix. Perhaps. So, let's get to know your client a little better, shall we? Mr. Paul Addison Wimperson. Oh, you can walk. I suppose shutting down distractors is all part of a politician's job. Answer me this. What is... I'm gonna go with birthday. For if his birthday is July 11th, then What's your birthday?
My birthday? It's July 11th. But what's it to you? Oh, I see. You can address birthday gifts to my office. But full disclosure, I only accept gifts valued at $1,000.
Is he the only character to have a canon birth date? I'm just thinking now. Because, like, most of the characters in the series don't have confirmed birthdays. Ha ha. Why has everyone gone silent? Wait, should I go back and pick the other answers just for laughs? Like your shoe size? Nah, I'm not doing that. How can anyone be that self-centered? All right, politician. Did everyone hear that? He said July 11th. July 11th, or rather 7-Eleven, matches the numbers in the email address. Maybe we should have asked, do you like convenience stores? It's your sister's birthday? Free Slurpee day! Nice! Free Slurpees for birthday, let's go. Both the name and birthday are a match. I hardly think that's a coincidence.
Wait, you're sneaky little...
Looks like someone finally decided to join the conversation. Would the plaintiff care to explain?
I would like to say that it is quite...
Quite what?
Quite a thing you've said.
Oh man. Any other thoughts?
No further comments. I stand by my version.
You have said a thing. That is all I have to say. What the fuck is wrong with him? You can't just walk away. Even politicians have to explain themselves in a court of law. Mr. Ashton, do you really like those videos people make of getting lunch at South Korean 7-Elevens? No further questions, Your Honor.
I'm afraid I simply don't know how it happened. I can't possibly explain matters outside of my purview. Perhaps it was a mistake on the part of my secretary.
Oh, no you don't, you slippery eel. Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? I won't argue your assertion. My client lent the treasure in question to the doctor and asked him to study it. It seems that much is a fact. Now we're getting somewhere. However, it has no bearing on the issue of ownership. How so? Mr. Addison, I fully understand your position here. You had to hide the fact that you sent the crystal out to be studied. Your family would have been very upset if they had found out. It's a family heirloom, after all. You've got to be kidding me.
Mr. Wright is, well, right, of course. But then he always is. That's why he's my lawyer. The crystal is a precious Ashton family heirloom and has been for centuries.
Wouldn't you be a Fae then, if it's a Ami Fae relic?
But Dr. Buff was so eager to study its proud heritage, I just couldn't say no. I didn't even tell my grandfather.
Objection!
But in order to win the backing of your so-called benefactor, you're going to give what you claim to be the crystal of Ami Fae to that person. You were going to give a precious family heirloom away, just like that.
I was going to explain everything to grandfather later, honest.
My client's grandfather is very proud of his grandson for following in his footsteps. And if refusing him would have meant dashing the dreams of his darling grandson, I doubt the kindly old man could have said no. Oh, grandchildren are meant to be spoiled. That's what grandfathers are for. Aw, I want to meet your grandkids one day. Your Honor, please. It's been in the family for centuries.
My grandfather thinks highly of my talents as a politician. That's why he entrusted me with this very important name placard today.
Abe? Oh yeah, Abe was his grandfather.
So I'm sure he would have been okay with me using the crystal as I saw fit.
Grandpa's spoiled little brat.
I think the judge is buying it, Apollo.
No surprise there. He's always going on about his own grandchild, after all. What if Abe Adishon is the judge? Nah. Excuse me, can I leave now, Mr. Wright? I believe my work here is done. By all means, Detective Sky, thank you for your assistance. You're welcome. It's nice to testify at a civil trial once in a while. See you around. Bye! My headcanon said this is just a bunch of good friends playing a role-playing game, and the judge is the game master. That would be so funny. Now I need all the characters in this game to play like D&D with the judge as the DM. Minzo, welcome. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. It seems the facts have changed somewhat. Mr. Ashton Wimperson apparently lent his family heirloom to Dr. Buff. Mr. Justice, how would the defense like to proceed? Oh, all right. Now what?
Apollo, let's hear what they know about this so-called Crystal of Ami Fae. Maybe we can find some inconsistencies in their statements.
And my mouth feels dry. Ugh. Okay then, Mr. Wright. If the item in question really is an Addison family heirloom, then let's hear all your client knows about it. Of course. Mr. Addison Wimperson, please tell the defense everything you know about the crystal's origin.
All right. Now then, listen and learn. This is the tale of the Crystal of Ami Fae and the illustrious history of the Atashan clan. Are you ready?
Off work, ready to see Apollo and Phoenix fist fight. Yes, let's go!
Our story begins back in the old country when the Atashan family reigned supreme.
Okay, before we get into this testimony, actually, I need to take a quick bathroom break. I just drank a lot of liquid, so I'll be back in just a moment. I'll run an ad if I can. I should be able to run an ad right now. All right, yeah, I'll run an ad and I'll be back in a moment.
Oh, but then again.
Wait, no, I'm not playing that song. I can't play that song because of copyright. We'll play Moon's Reaching Out to the Stars. I'm back, and I see there's another ad running right now. Perfect timing, actually. So I'll wait for the ad to finish up before we do that. Oh, sorry, Mr. Ed, you rolled a 1 in persuasion. I'm afraid your evidence just doesn't count. And Mr. Edgeworth keeps his updated autopsy report. Beautiful. Alrighty. The illustrious history of the Adishun clan.
My ancestor was praised as a benevolent ruler. He protected the spirit mediums, a minority back then, from the rest of the locals. Some discriminated against them, you see, while others tried to abuse their power. As thanks, Ami Faye gave the crystal she had specially made as a gift to him. I am a descendant of that great lord. As such, my political power and influence is backed by centuries of history.
And therefore you're entitled to it? Okay, buddy. Well, that devolved into a great little self-aggrandizing propaganda fast. Words! As you can see, the crystal of Ami Faye is an heirloom of the esteemed House of Adishun. And you have proof that it has always been in the Adishun family? I have someone who gave a statement to that effect. My client's neighbor, one Ives Shinetto. I've seen it all. Okay, that's kind of clever. That one's kind of clever. I've Shinato, age 85, gave the following statement. That's a good one. The Addison showed me the crystal back when I was but a lad. Wait, I gotta do the voice. The Addison showed me the crystal back when I was but a lad.
Objection!
The ones you have to work for are more fun. Yeah, agreed. Can we really trust the memory of an old man? Hey! Mr. Justice, do you have no respect for the elderly? Would you care to explain that statement to the Why, yes, Mr. Justice. Do you think old men are not capable of having memories? What I'm trying to say is... Never underestimate the memory of your elders. I may forget my verdicts the next... Wow. The judge is so fascinating. Like, I simultaneously want to know more about him, and yet I feel like that would also ruin him as a concept. Like, the judge is just... Judge is a concept, not a person to me. And if I feel like if I actually learned more about him, like, if I saw him outside of this bench, like, it would break the illusion. And the judge is 30. But yeah, the more I learn about, I like judge lore, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Therefore, I find Mr. Ives Shinoto's statement to be perfectly credible.
Wow, did you see how Mr. Wright got the judge on his side? That's definitely a trick I want up my sleeve.
Yeah, just insinuating that the defense is insulting everybody. You're not helping, Athena. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Justice. The judge is a game master who makes it up as they go along. Yeah, the first time the judge has ever been on Phoenix's side, literally. Alright.
Hold it!
That object you set down there, is that something of importance to you?
It's a name placard. This one here belonged to my grandfather, Abraham Atterson. They had it custom made during his distinguished political career. It's special.
Abe Addy. A Betty. A bet. A bet. Aid in a bet.
It's special because it was crafted from the finest Italian plastic.
I wasn't aware the Italians are famous for their fine plastic. Me neither, and I am Italian.
You can touch it if you want.
No, thank you. No, I'm fine. Yes, you're always fine, buddy.
Very well, I'll just continue with my testimony. My ancestor was praised as a benevolent ruler, but he was also an eminent politician.
So I take it the relationship with the Fae clan was a close one.
A smooth and open line of communication with my entire electorate. That is the Paul Atishon way.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was asking about your ancestor.
Whether it's about me or my ancestor, feel free to ask me anything you'd like. Transparency in government.
Hiccup.
That's the Paul Atishon way.
No, like dodging questions. That's the Paul Atishon way. Thanks. I'll be sure to ask when I have something you'll actually answer.
As I was saying, the Atishon family protected the Fae spirit mediums back then.
Hold it!
Spirit mediums were targets of discrimination?
Yes, some people even treated them like they were monsters. The transformations the mediums underwent when channeling spirits frightened the locals. And then there were those who tried to use them.
You mean they sought to control the channeling powers of the mediums?
Discriminating against a minority is absolutely despicable. A vote for me is a vote to end discrimination. I vow to root it out wherever it may be. That is my promise to you. He's totally ignoring your questions. It's like you're a moderator at a political debate.
Damn! She's so real. And only he cares about his talking points. As thrilling as your campaign is, can we please get back to your testimony?
As you wish. Now then, as for the Crystal of Omni Fae...
Hold it!
You said she had it made, so was it made in Japan?
That's right. They say she hired a famous craftsman to make it. And they say it's quite valuable, too.
And you were going to take such a priceless family heirloom and just give it to your patron.
That's so typical of you ignorant common types. Making difficult decisions when the chips are down is what being a politician is all about.
But only when it's in service of your own political career, you mean?
The crystal is a testament to my ancestors' remarkable achievements. And furthermore...
That great lord. So tell me, Mr. Addison Wimperson, are you famous in Karine Village?
You could say that, but I find my popularity to be rather bemusing.
Bemusing?
Yes, my campaign posts just keep going missing as soon as I put them up, because nobody likes you. My avid supporters and female fans are likely taking them home to hang in their bedrooms.
I guess ignorance really is bliss. Jesus Christ.
All this only proves my fine lineage.
Hold it!
I'm sorry, but is any of that relevant to the issue of the relic's rightful owner?
Have you never heard of kingcraft?
Kingcraft?
It's the art of ruling as a king. My father drilled it into my head from a young age.
Okay, so, why do you break the cycle then, you know? I don't know. He feels like a Von Karma kid in a sense, you know? Your father drilling all these ideas into your head about being powerful and forceful and all that. I don't know.
One of its precepts states, ruin awaits a ruler who responds to every single issue posed by the masses.
Oh, that answered my question about what he meant by king of this nation. Progress.
Apollo, who is this Ami Fae anyway?
I believe she was the founder of the Karine channeling technique.
The plaintiff claims she had the crystal made for his ancestor. That would mean it was made in Japan, right?
Yes, I suppose it would. Alright. He's just creating a narrative to inspire. I doubt he feels pressure from him village. I guess that's fair, yeah. I don't get that impression here. I don't know, I guess when people say, like, my father told me this at a young age, in this series, I think of Von Karma, and the trauma he imposed on Miles and Francisca. But this guy's this guy's a grade A asshole, so does not apply to him here. Alrighty. I mean, this one is supposedly a treasure from Kurine and not Japan, right?
Objection!
Fuck! Yeah, Miles and Francisco feel more sincere, yeah. Something's definitely not right if you listen real carefully. A gambler once sang, you gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em. You were a gambler once. Oh, I love this one! Know when to walk away, know when to run. I am making a fool out of him. The judges are there singing. Alrighty. Mitama motif from Kurine founding period. Wait. Ah, this is the same Mitama motif, right? This is from Kurine and not Japan, right? Is this where we're going?
Objection!
There we go. You stated that Amife had the crystal made for your ancestor. So, am I to assume it was made in Japan?
That's right. The craftsmanship is unbeatable.
Many objection. Yes. Hello, Yaksha, how are you doing? Well, that's strange. I don't see how your so-called crystal could have been made there.
What are you talking about?
Take that!
You're good? Glad to hear that. I'm doing pretty well. This game is going great. I'm enjoying it a lot. Take a look at the distinctive design here. According to Dr. Buff, it's a Mitama motif dating back to the early days of the Kingdom of Kurine. The Kingdom of Kurine, And you base this on? Here, this piece of evidence, Your Honor. These are the doctor's research notes on the Founder's Orb. This is the box in which the orb was originally stored. It features the same pattern as the one found in the orb. They do look like the same pattern. Therefore, I assert that the disputed item must have been made in the Kingdom of Kurine. Oh no! My placard!
Objection!
The Kurine channeling technique originated in the Kingdom of Kurine. Nami Faye is known to have traveled there to train. With that in mind, what's to say she didn't bring that pattern back with her? But since this is clearly a Kurinese design, not even you can deny the possibility that it was made there in the Kingdom of Kurine.
Objection!
Oh my god. Anything's possible to some extent. That doesn't make it true. So you can't conclude that the orb is from Kurine based solely on that pattern. If it were that simple, I could just as easily say it's Japanese. I have to agree with Mr. Wright. The pattern alone proves nothing. That also means there's no basis to claim the item in dispute was made in Japan either. This rate, we're going nowhere fast. He's right, we're just spinning our wheels here.
I wonder if we have any evidence that could break this stalemate.
Evidence that could break this stalemate. I mean, it has to exist, right? Anything else indicating where it was from? Except for the patterns, riddle, that links it to, I don't know. We'll say it exists, why not? The defense would like to present a piece of evidence to the court. A piece that'll finally break the stalemate. Oh? Well, you've sure piqued my interest. Let's see what you got. Alright. It's the Founder's Orb because it's the Founder's Orb! There's some faded shine on the bottom. I actually don't know. Maybe I do say it doesn't exist. I actually don't know. What if I say no? You know, let's say no. There doesn't seem to be anything we can use, at least not at this point.
Well, unless we can find something, this trial won't be going anywhere.
Oh, that's much better. I hope he just gets more and more tape as it goes on. What's his deal? I have a suggestion. Why don't we consider this from a different angle? I'm listening. What if the Defiant Dragons really were authorized to take possession of the relic? I'm afraid I don't know where you're going with this, Mr. Wright. Consider the orb transfer agreement, which states, I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if I will come to no harm. What if, as the last part suggests, this was written under duress? That would render the agreement null and void. What are you suggesting, Mr. Wright? While you were on your little cave Hey! I nearly died 3 fucking times! I was investigating Dr. Buff's accident. And there was something you overlooked, Mr. Justice. Namely, that his accident might have actually been murder. Oh, there we go. I mean, I figured it was actually murder. Do we need a prosecutor then? Murder! Yeah, I figured this is where we'd be going. If we have a dead body... Mr. Wright, you do realize such statements are not to be made lightly. Are you suggesting the doctor was murdered by the Defiant Dragons? Yes, but follow me on this for a sec. The books that came tumbling down from the archaeology shelf. However, among that mountain of books was a single volume on psychology. What's more, there was some blood on it. And you feel this is important because the books that came tumbling down before the top shelf, the archaeology books. We know this because the doctor's books were meticulously organized by subject. Archaeology took up the entire shelf so that psychology book is completely out of place. Come to think of it, the shelves were arranged quite carefully. It's also worth noting that psychology books only take up a tiny part of the bottom shelf. You might wonder why a book on psychology was found amid the pile of archaeology books, but I believe I can explain what that single out-of-place book was doing there. The doctor was struck from behind while selecting a psychology book from the shelf. And that's when the blood got... Okay. I was gonna say that, okay, it is on the top of his head. Precisely. And to make it look like an accident, he was buried under a mountain of archaeology.
Objection!
Wait a second. This is all just speculation, right? Or do you have proof that it was murder? Of course I do. You do? On a hunch, I had Detective Sky examine the doctor's head wound. She found that he'd been struck by the corner of some object or another. Wait, what? We still don't have an autopsy report. Are we gonna get that now? A wound like that couldn't have resulted from a fall to the floor, you know. Do you understand what this means, Mr. Justice? The wound makes it crystal clear that Dr. Buff was murdered.
Well, that was unexpected. But we're back in our element now. There's a dead body, or a murder. Who'd have thought we'd break out of the stalemate like this? He pulled the ladder right out from under us.
And it's not a step ladder. Still, if you think that's enough to make me back down, he's got another thing coming. Even if the cause of death was murder, what makes you think it was the Defiant Dragons? You should know better than to hurl baseless accusations.
Objection!
Oh, I assure you it's quite based. Did you forget who you're up against, Mr. Justice? Do you remember from our your very first case? You didn't actually think I'd come to court without witnesses and evidence, did you? I mean, in the past... What are you talking about? You're never this prepared! I would like to request further testimony from the plaintiff. Specifically, I would like the court to hear how he saw one of the rebels leaving the crime scene. Was it Dats? Man, the step ladder is here. behind the defense's stand because he has to stand on it.
If he can prove it was murder, then that's the end of our client's right to the orb. Did he have this up his sleeve the whole time?
How can Mr. Wright do this to us? He was just waiting to spring this trap. Yeah, murder. He is standing on business indeed. His trial has taken another unexpected turn, but I must mention, Mr. Wright, that you have yet to identify the murder weapon. The object used to commit the murder was not located at the scene of the crime, so it wasn't the book. The murderer likely disposed of it elsewhere. Alrighty. I like to think Edgeworth coached Phoenix on all this. Oh, 100%. Because there's no way he would be this prepared normally. I wanna know what they talked about. I never thought we'd be deliberating the issue of a murder at a civil trial. All right, Mr. Addison Wimberson, your testimony if you please.
Prepare to be dazzled. Dazzled by charismatic oration forged in this crucible of
I just gave up.
That evening, I was walking alone, lost in thought. I passed by the doctor's house, and that's when I saw Mr. O'Rebel. He was running out the front door. It was around 10 at night. Surely that must have been him fleeing the scene of the crime. A vote for me is a vote to end such violence. That is my promise to you.
It's pronounced skibbity, right? So the plaintiff saw a possible suspect fleeing from the doctor's residence, and it was within the window of the estimated time of death. That's a rebel! What in the world were you doing there then? Seems Mr. Rebel was loitering about Karine Village that day. There's evidence he was in the doctor's study as well. Isn't that right, Mr. Justice? Hi, Yuka! Welcome! Thanks for being here, and thanks for the lurk! I mean, the suitcase? Exactly. He must have been in quite the rush to leave that behind. Oh, and by the way, Your Honor, Mr. Rebel just so happens to be sitting in the gallery today. He was cheering me on. See? And that's him trying to escape as we speak. Bailiff, don't let that man get away! Right, you backstabber! Why are you doing this to me? Alright, the counsel/defense may question the plaintiff/witness once more. Please proceed, Mr. Justice. Alright.
Hold it!
Why are you taking a walk? Society is inundated with serious problems that must be solved, and as a politician, I'm always on the job thinking hard about possible solutions, even on my walks.
Thanks for the non-answer.
While we live out our comfy lives, there are starving children who suffer in the back alleys of our major cities. It's not in me to ignore such suffering. A vote for me is a vote to end hunger and for world peace.
Yes, Mr. Ashton Wimperson, we are well aware of your outstanding character. I know Phoenix is like... He's being sassy in his head for 100%. Now please continue with your testimony.
I can practically hear my poll numbers surging. Now on with my speech. After all, the voting public must be informed of the magnificence that is me.
Hold it!
Where exactly were you when you saw Mr. Rebel?
Right here, under this tree. I saw him dashing out of Dr. Buff's front door.
And he didn't notice you?
No, I was hidden by the tree.
Is it really all that important to know where the plaintiff saw? Let's say yeah. Yes, I believe it matters a lot. I ask that it be please be added to the witness's testimony. Well, let's keep going. I don't know if it's actually gonna be important, but we'll see. What are you doing under that tree?
A lack of lateral thinking. That is a politician's downfall.
What?
That is why, if I'm elected, I promise to think outside the box.
The question was, what were you doing under the tree, Mr. Addison Wimperson?
I suppose I can't expect a plebeian such as yourself to understand my grand design.
Yeah? Try me, O Lord of Plebes. Jesus Christ. Mr. Addison Wimperson, I believe the court is well aware of your grand political vision. I need to hear Phoenix's inner monologue of this guy. Let's have the rest of your testimony, if you please.
I can hardly wait for the upcoming election.
Running out the front door. Didn't you notice anything unusual?
Yes, his behavior was incredibly suspicious. His eyes were darting all around as he ran off in total panic. As soon as I saw that, I knew he had done something, and it probably wasn't good.
Despite that, you still didn't report it to the police.
Who would have thought he had killed Dr. Buff?
Not me, that's why I didn't report him. I'm gonna say sure. I don't... Let's see. I'm wondering if... Well, if we say... If the person you saw was wearing this... I don't know, let's see. You had no idea he was dead. In other words, you knew nothing about what had happened.
I am truly ashamed of myself.
What?
There's been a gruesome murder in my beloved village. What a fool I've been. I was thinking only of the village's future and world peace. Since my earnest attitude and industrious nature have come back to haunt me.
Only a politician would try to pass off self-aggrandizement as self-deprecation.
Apollo, you think this is how all politicians will be from now on?
We're all doomed if they are. Yay, society. Tell me what he looked like. If he was wearing the jacket, then... But at the time, you didn't know the doctor was dead, is that correct?
It's true that I've been known as a prodigy from a very young age.
Can we please punch the shit out of this man?
I graduated high school and college with exceptional grades. As class president, I reformed stale old school traditions. My exploits were even covered in local papers. But as exceptional as I am, I can't possibly be expected to know everything at all times.
This isn't working. He keeps bending the questions to serve his own needs.
Hang in there, Apollo.
Mr. Addison Wimperson, I believe the court is well aware of your exceptional nature. Now, would you please continue with your testimony? God, Phoenix is mentally punching him. Alright. What do you have to say here, buddy? Alrighty. So how do you actually intend to end such violence?
Elite politicians such as myself never reveal their strategies. Did you really think I would divulge such sensitive information to the likes of you?
Yeah, but surely you have some sort of campaign platform you're running on. Is he literally just running on his own name and just image? No comment. Oh my god. Clearly, his is a platform told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. You studied up on your English lit. You said he saw dots from under that tree. If that's true, then...
Did you figure something out?
Yeah, I think he's hiding something. Alright, let's take another look. If it has something to do with this... Alrighty. If this could this location be the issue? Huh. Oh, go back.
Hold it!
I don't know.
Hold it!
Okay, what is this? I guess how could you tell it was him? I mean, we have it in the testimony, but... Do I have anything that could, like... There's nothing, like, indicating, like, a block or, like, a barrier to that view.
Hold it!
Okay, I'm a little stumped. Huh. Hold on. They say something about... Did he... Huh. Yeah, come on, I need my brain to work. I gotta do the poly-thinking pose. Looks like I don't have anything here that could, like, block what his view would be, but... The doctor wore that, it says. It's running out the front door. Anything unusual? His eyes were darting all around and everything. What happens if I say no? Does it get taken out of the testimony or no? 1, 2, 3. No, it's still in there. Alright, I guess it doesn't hurt to have it in the testimony. So... So no, then Judge explodes? Man, we skipped out on the bad ending. We missed out on if Judge explodes, then it's game over. Because then you have no one to declare your client not guilty. It's the badge. It wasn't That's a Rebel because he was wearing a badge. It was me you saw. Oh my god, is this when Polly gets accused of murder? Then everybody in the agency will have their murder accusation. How could he tell it was Mr. Rebel?
Hold it!
Bad ending. Stop! She's always on the edge of going boom! Yeah, get Mr. Tanade back in here. He can make the courtroom blow up again. It would be easy if he was wearing this, or if he said something about this raincoat, but that'd be too easy, I guess. Oh, brother! Alright, oh. Okay, croissant question, just yes or no. Is this the statement that I need to do something with? Just yes or no. Because it seems like that's what it's leading me to think. But I don't fucking know. Oh, is consulting of— I think if I mistake, like, if I mess up, like, twice, then consulting happens. I could do that. I could just present wrong things and then see what happens. You know what? The map itself— oh my god, thank you so much for the follow!
Objection!
It's the map again. Alright. Alright, that looks like a bot response. Okay, let's no self-promo. I don't know if that's a bot or not. Let's nah. Huh. Alrighty. It's a bot? Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, no real person types like that. Yeah, that literally sounds like an AI-generated response. Alright, statements are... That evening I was walking alone, lost in thought. I passed by the doctor's house, and that's when I saw Mr. Rebel. I was under the tree when I saw Mr. Rebel. He's running out the front door. I had no idea that Dr. Buff was dead, that's why I didn't call the police. It was around 10 at night. Surely that must have been him fleeing the scene of the crime. Vote for me is about to end such violence. That is my promise to you. Let's build calzones together. You know what? Fuck it. Coat.
Objection!
Yeah, I know this is not it. Yes, ChatGPT, can you generate a message for a Twitch streamer to be my friend that makes me sound young? Yeah, literally. Alright, if I consult, I want to see what it says. I did press all the statements, yeah. Alright, what does consulting say here? Does that statement sound a bit dubious? Oh, this one? This statement? Okay, it looks like this is the right statement to do. I'm gonna load that he had no idea he was dead. It looks like that's the right one. Do you want me to tell it straight? Not right now. Based on this, it sounds like the I had no idea he was dead is the weird one. I had no idea he was dead. That's why I didn't call the police. I mean, there's a giant-ass window there, and you could...
Objection!
Yeah, you could see him through the fucking window. There we go. There's nothing straight in this game, exactly. I guess Phoenix's barbed hair is the only thing true, yeah.
Mr. Addison Wimperson, rather than Mr. Arepple, wasn't there something else that should have had your undivided attention?
Oh, Larry Butts, yeah. It's so funny to me that Larry is the only confirmed straight character in this series, and it's because he said he has tried to like men and he couldn't. That's so funny to me. Like what? Oh yes, of course.
A politician must also keep his finger on the electorate's
oh my god. Shut the fuck up. You're way off. Let Apollo say fuck.
I am.
Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice? Yeah, at least he tried. If the witness saw Mr. Arable from his position here... He's slightly straight, not all the way. Yeah. They should have also been able to see the doctor's body. After all, it was right next to a huge window. I think most of the characters feel asexual. I mean, it is Ace Attorney. I do headcanon Edgeworth as demisexual and demi-romantic. I do see him as on the as A-spec. With the body that clearly visible to the witness, it's unthinkable that he wouldn't have reported it to the police. Maybe he's the real killer. No way. Would the witness care to respond? Stop honk-shoeing! Are we boring you, sir? Did he fall asleep? When I say, yeah, I'm straight. Yeah, I'm into femboys, so? Mr. Ashton Wimperson. Honestly, I could definitely see Larry saying that. Why did that actually scare me? That was so loud! Judge is pissed! Huh? Oh, there are many sides to any issue. What did I ever do to deserve this? In any case, I'd like the court to acknowledge the inconsistency in the witness's testimony. Mr. Addison Wimperson, did you really see Mr. Rebel? Yes! Bye.
Hold it!
You can't just walk away! You're not Simon Blackwell. You can't just leave when you please. Where do you think you're going?
Oh, I thought I'd return to my seat, seeing as I had already answered the question. This isn't some small town hall debate, so you just stay right there until I say we're through. Yes, father. I'll have to run that by my campaign manager.
Objection!
Shut the fuck up. Stare. Oh my god, he's just staring. He's not even... Is he giving him, like, the perceive eyes without the perceiving? Mr. Addison Wimperson, I think it's time for you to come clean. Oh my god. So then, does this mean he didn't see Mr. Rebel? As your lawyer, Mr. Addison Wimperson, I advise you divulge that matter we discussed. Silence is no longer an option. Oh, brother.
Are you sure about this? I'm in the midst of running for office. I can't afford to let any strange rumors get out.
Don't worry. You won't suffer any blowback from what you're about to reveal. Blowback? I'm not sure I like the sound of that, Mr. Wright. Not to worry, Your Honor. Nothing untoward will come of this. We're not talking about blowing any backs out here. Now then, Mr. Justice. Remember how it was an anonymous caller that reported the doctor's death? Was it him? Was it a self-report? Was the first to discover the body? About that, whoever it was, it seemed they wanted to remain anonymous. What? I beat you. It's too easy. The game makes it too easy sometimes. It happens now and then. Some people would rather not get involved with the police. Huh. That's exactly what I'm saying. The anonymous source who contacted the police after discovering the body was my client. Your client just perjured himself. Is that not gonna have consequences? What? You don't say. So you see, he played this part as a concerned citizen, quite admirably if I may say so. Isn't that right? Yes, indeed. In our society today, there are too many who choose indifference over righteous action, but I don't number among them. That's why I did my duty as a concerned citizen. One might call me the model citizen, one worthy of standing above the rest. What a real standard bearer he is, reporting it anonymously. And if he wants, like, you know, all, like, this clout and flashiness and, like, oh, I'm so good, everything, I'm such a righteous person, like, why is he hiding reporting a body? Suspicious. Hi, Jubal, he's got my vote. Oh no, he got in your head! And by the way, Mr. Justice, wasn't there someone else at the scene of the crime when my client discovered the body? Oh, you mean Mr. Rebel? He would have been leaving the doctor's house right around then. Oh, brother. Yes, it does. In short, what my client witnessed was Mr. Rebel fleeing the scene of a heinous murder. A Mogus. Kamala, who I only know Paul Addison, yeah. Where's the Paul Addison brat edit? And that's not all. Based on what we've heard so far, Mr. Rebel looked exceedingly suspicious, and that's putting it mildly. Hey! Don't use your first impression of him to cloud your judgment here. We already knew the defiant dragons threatened the doctor with bodily harm. I bet he just fell out of a coconut tree, yeah! And now that they've killed him, the so-called orb transfer agreement is null and void. Ah! The name is his placard is double-sided. Does he have that in case he forgets his own name?
Apollo, if we don't come up with some sort of counter-argument...
And what sort of evidence do you have? Can you actually prove that it was Mr. Rebel who killed the doctor?
That move had desperate written all over it.
It's all I've got, so I'm going with it. Easy mistake to make. Evidence. I suppose it's true that I don't have any. So you're gonna bullshit your way through. I knew it. But I do have another witness. You do. You should know, I always come fully prepared. Now that's some of the biggest bullshit I have ever heard in my life, Phoenix Wright. And my new witness will provide testimony proving Mr. Rebel's guilt. If it's Miles Edgeworth, I'm gonna... I hope it's not Pearl. I hope it's not Pearl.
A new witness? I wonder who it could be.
If it's Pearl or Edgeworth, I'm gonna cry. In the meantime, the Colts will take a brief recess. Is objection available, Techman? It's 10 bits. For 10 bits, you can play a random objection from... Right now, it's just Phoenix, Edgeworth, Franziska, Mia, and Godot. But I am going to add Apollo and Clavier, and they have some other people as well. But yeah, it's 10 bits for a random objection. I thought it was a smarty pants, hey? It's all good. I think I have an objection BTTV emote as well. Hold on. No? I swear. There it is, objection BTTV. Yeah. Wow. I knew Mr. Wright would put up a tough fight, but...
Yeah. Just when I thought we had him, he turned the tables on us. He really is the turnabout terror.
You can't let him blindside us again. Looks like they've got me again. I'm on the ropes now. 3 times in 1 year. That's a new record. I love him. Oh, I assure you it's quite based. Do you want to add that? Do you want me to say it's based? Or do you want the command to be based? But yeah, we can add that. That's a new record. Hold on, I hope I do this properly. I think I need to do... Based? Okay. Alright, I hope that works. Alrighty. There we go. Awesome, thank you. And also, expert, reminder, you also have a free command to create at any point. Unless I can figure out how to refund points. Learn how to actually be a mod. It's hard enough trying to help you as it is. Roger that. I'll be more careful next time. Dots, is what Mr. Wright said true? Did you really pay a visit to Dr. Buff that night? Sure did. Can't remember the exact time, though. All I know is he wouldn't hand over the orb. Someone put it in his head that we rebels were dangerous. That's why you threw me out. So the doctor was still alive when Dots last saw him. You still have to prove it, though. Better brace yourself, son. Does Sarge have some video footage? The next witness's testimony could make or break this case. Yeah, I know. Hey, where's Trucy? Oh. She went to go see her. Trucy better not be the. She said she's not taking sides. She's not the witness, right? Maybe she's still mad.
We're like worried. Worried that this trial will create a rift between you two. And then you might then leave the agency.
Yeah, she has an actual... Buddy, you took a leave of absence before once. Like, it's not unthinkable for her to be worried about that. Excuse me? The trial will be resuming shortly. Oh, let's go see what new testimony awaits us. Yeah, Apollo would never leave the agency. Alright. If it's Pearl or Edgeworth, I don't know who would be worse. Mr. Wright? You said you had a witness? Your Honor, I would like to call the lone survivor of the doctor. Oh, is it the Sarge? Sarge! Okay. You mean Dr. Buff's reclusive son? How did you get him to cooperate? It's Godot with a steel chair! Nothing a little persuasion couldn't handle. The poor child only agreed to help if it meant catching the killer. Getting a kid like that to overcome his fear, now that's impressive. Oh, is he still in helicopter form?
This must be really important testimony for the kid to come out in public like this.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Please call your witness to the stand. Oh my! Sergeant Buff at your service, sir! He's here as the drone, really? Mr. Wright? What exactly is the meaning of this? Past trauma has rendered it impossible for the witness to venture into public. Leaving home was hard enough, and it seems leaving the witness lobby was just too much. But I would still like to continue with testimony delivered via this drone. I understand it must be terrible to lose one's father like that. A testimony via a remote-controlled toy? We had a walkie-talkie on the stand before. Surely this is not too much of a stretch from that. Just who's piloting this trial anyway?
The judge sure warmed up to the idea fast.
I think the phrase you're looking for is gave up. Yeah, Your Honor, this is not even the top 5 strangest things you've allowed in this court, for sure. Oh, what did he say? Oh my god! Okay, fun.
Defending the man who killed Papa? That's full-on treason, soldier!
Okay, you just want me Corporal Justice think I once called you comrade.
I hereby demote you back to private!
No!
Corporal Private? What's he talking about, Apollo?
It's a long story. I mean, I'm technically not defending... I don't know. Now then, are you ready to testify, youngster?
Locked and loaded, sir. Ready to rain lead down upon the perpetrator.
Alrighty, we're just gonna... vengeance. At this point, the judge would be upset if all the witnesses were just normal people. He would, yeah. This is like a show for him. This is his entertainment for the day.
Papa met with someone the night he died. I didn't have eyes on the ground as I'd already mounted my siege defense, but I did hear him arguing with someone in his study. From my window, I saw the one designated Dots getting ejected from the premises. After that, the man lingered around the perimeter for some time. He must have regrouped and killed my papa and the study leader. I just know it.
So he was thrown out, but later returned and committed the murder, did he? Yes, Your Honor. So the man my client saw really must have been the fleeing Mr. Rebel. Objection! Right, you backstabbing no good. I didn't kill no one.
It's the enemy! Hey, more missiles!
Ow! Oh my god! Well, there's our exploding courtroom.
Capitalist pig! I'll turn you into pork stroganoff! And that's just a taste of my ultimate anti-swine weapon!
Oh, should I give him a Russian accent? Or Olga Orly time? It fires missiles too. Based, yeah. I mean, he is based for that, at least. Yes, well, the witness is all yours, Mr. Justice. Okay.
Hold it!
Your father met with someone. Could you be more specific?
No. I was in the midst of a crucial defensive siege operation.
Right. You're referring to how you don't leave your room, correct?
You never know where the enemy might be lurking outside the siege perimeter.
What about, you know, school?
Oh, I don't go to boot camp. I'm a soldier. A sergeant doesn't associate with rookies still too green to fight.
With a kid like this, I bet Dr. Buff won't be getting any rest in the afterlife either. Jesus Christ, Polly! Echo, hello, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. It was very brave of you to come to the courthouse today. But what was that you said about a siege defense?
Oh, that? Well...
Hold it!
Sarge? I've always wondered, who or what are you battling?
That's classified.
Even so, it may be relevant in this case.
Objection!
What is that? That's a little drone. It's piloted by a kid. A kid who has a situation that reminds me of a certain Persona 5 character. The kid, 6 months ago, lost his mom and has been holed up in his room ever since. And then his dad just died, and now he's testifying via drone. I don't know if you're the right person to be asking about things like that.
Bed for work? No worries, expert. Thank you for being here.
Not everything can be a Persona reference. Wait, really? Man. Me when my interests merge in my brain. Just, yeah. At least the kid is a desirable child. Stop. Stop. Leave room for JoJo, yeah. JoJo reference.
Such matters need to be handled with a certain delicacy.
Oh, I guess curiosity got the better of me.
You're all talking, no action, soldier. Out on the battlefield, it ain't the number of pretty words in your repertoire, but the number of bullets in your gun belt that counts.
Gun, whole horse, JoJo. It's like when I was playing a game in the cutscene, one of them was called Whose Truth Prevails. Is that a Ace Attorney reference? About truth? Easy for you to say. You're the one with all of them. Would the witness please tell this court what he saw and heard that night? was the argument about?
I heard things like, where's the orb, and are you the Defiant Dragons really criminals? It sounded real volatile, like a war might break out at any second.
So the two of them had an argument when Dats came to get the orb. Did you see or hear anything else?
Yeah, I heard them arguing and then silence.
Hold it!
How is Mr. Rebel acting?
Like a conquered trooper retreating with his tail between his legs.
A trooper? Well, I guess he does dress like he's in the military.
I bet those two would really hit it off had they met under different circumstances.
Under different circumstances, we could have been great rivals, or even friends. Me trying not to make everything relate. I'll stop. Okay, I'll stop. I promise I'll stop. I only did that one because we were on the topic, okay? Dual Destiny's Dark Age of the Law reference. View when the ends justify the means of pursuing the truth regardless of winning. Literally, same. So true. Yeah, I can see that.
And so, the defeated soldier was expelled, but that wasn't the end.
I feel like my voice has changed like 5 different times for this character.
Hold it!
That does seem suspicious.
He kept hiding behind trees and telephone poles and stealing glances at our house.
Well, he couldn't exactly leave without the orb.
I bet he was angry that he'd been kicked out.
Hold it!
But don't you keep your front door unlocked? If so, anyone could have gotten in.
That's true. Papa didn't keep our house locked up. He said there was no need because there were only good people in Karine Village.
Yet he ended up dead anyway.
Only a monster could do what they did to my kind, trusting Papa. There will be no mercy. I vow swift and terrible vengeance. I'll carpet bomb the killer with everything in my arsenal. Fire!
All right. While I sympathize with you, witness, you will refrain from firing Gatling guns in this court.
So Sarge saw dots too.
And just when I thought things couldn't get any worse. Wonder why he hung around after being thrown out.
I hate to say this, but if Dots is proven to be the killer, we'll lose the orb to the plaintiff. So our only option is to prove the Defiant Dragons had nothing to do with the murder.
Alrighty. From your window, your room is up here, right? Okay. Any, Did they test the book for prints? If we're treating this as a murder, then surely we would have tested for prints, right? If I will come to no harm. I guess, yeah, he wouldn't get the... No. I mean, Phoenix is arguing that, like, the agreement would be null and void because of the murder, but I guess he was gonna give the orb anyway, so why would he... I don't know. Shouldn't you have seen that if it was...
Objection!
Yeah. I'm flopping today. I'm struggling really hard. I'm like jumping to conclusions here. Yeah, it's a court-martial, yeah. Oh, brother.
Objection!
I'm really having a rough time tonight. Urgh.
Hold it!
Time heist, yes, we are save scumming. Huh.
Hold it!
Save scumming's what separates the lawyers from the paralegals. I usually reload if I get it wrong like twice in a row.
Hold it! Hold it!
I mean, we found this in the doctor's shoes.
Objection!
Yeah, I am doing a lot of logic jumping tonight.
Hold it!
I mean, this is the only way back in. The door's there, right? He went outside at some point, but we used these with Pearl, but they're still in here, so like...
Hold it!
don't have eyes on the ground.
Hold it!
Like, don't you have like cameras though? And not just
Objection!
like you have cameras and not just a microphone, right?
Objection!
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Sarge, are you hiding something from me?
How dare you question your superior officer like that? You want to get in on the Stroganoff action with Pig Boy over there, soldier?
Sorry, Stroganoff? Oh my god, Biff Stroganoff and Chicken Stroganoff. The sailor boys. Sorry, but I'm afraid lawyers are missile proof. I mean, at least Phoenix is. And it seems like you've gotten some of that immortality as well.
What?
The defense care to explain. It's simple, Your Honor. Justice is able to see what's happening in court right now. Sarge is able to see what was happening in the study then. With his cherished drone, of course. Ah, now that you mention it. And to think the answer was right before our eyes this whole time. Sarge, you were perfectly capable of patrolling the study that night, so you must have seen something. Oh! Bro, you're exploding!
That's a strange new weapon you're using against me.
It's called evidence. Courtroom warriors don't use guns or missiles because evidence is our weapon of choice. All right, get into it, nerd. And the evidence has exposed your bald-faced lie. My truth bomb, Sarge, has stripped your defenses bare. Oh, he is getting into the role.
A truth bomb? Oh!
Bald! Oh! Yeah, maybe we shouldn't say the word bald in front of the judge. I mean, Simon's allowed to say it. He can get away with saying your baldness. But, oh my, are you alright?
Oh, evidence. Never have I seen such fearsome ordnance.
Tell it to us straight, Sarge. After all, you want to help your father, don't you?
Papa.
Yes, you want to find out who killed him, don't you? Simon just does whatever he wants. He really does, and I kind of love that for him. Even when he was, like, still convicted, still a prisoner, he kind of could just do whatever. I mean, until Bobby zapped him, but yeah, just taking walks outside of the courtroom and shit, just leaving when he feels like it. I love that. So please, tell us what you saw that night.
It's not what you think. I didn't see anything. I swear.
You sure? You seem awfully stressed for someone who didn't see anything. Can you help me, Athena? Oh god! How is he allowed to have that in the courtroom, Sarge? You need to answer my question. You can't just fire missiles when you don't want to answer.
Shut your pie hole, maggot. It'll be a scorching day in Siberia before a lowly private like you orders me around.
What's with him in Siberia, of all places? If a scorching day is what it'll take, then maybe it's time to turn up the heat. Hey, Athena, you think a therapy session might help? Yeah.
Well, it could help alleviate some of his anxiety. Plus, I'm picking up a lot of discord in Sarge's voice. That usually means the patient wants to say something but can't for some reason.
And in Sarge's case, I imagine whatever's plaguing him is pretty severe. In that case, I'll leave it to you and your mood matrix magic.
You got it! Your Honor, I believe I can be of help here.
The Athena song! Time for a therapy session it is, Miss Sykes? Is it?
Yes. It'll help with the witness with his anxiety. Maybe even enough to testify.
Maybe he saw a politician there. Please bring the poor child out into the light of day. Oh, but I assume this will be all right with you, Mr. Wright. Why not? It's not like we all haven't been through this before.
What are you butting in for, lady?
Yeah, it's not like we all haven't been through watching our fathers be murdered.
I ain't a place on this battlefield for you.
Objection! Are you saying women can't be soldiers? Wow.
I beg to differ, Sarge. This G.I. Jane's always ready for a fight in the courtroom. And wait until you see what I've got in my arsenal. Analytical psychology. With it, I'm going to blow a big ol' hole in the armor you've built around your heart. Arr! First evidence. Now analytical psychology. Where are these WMDs coming from? Well, if it's a battle you want, bring it on. I may have started this war, but I'm gonna end it.
Corpse woman. Oh, core woman. Not corpse woman, core woman.
You got it, Sarge. Time to seek out the agony buried deep in your heart. Brace yourself.
Alright. I stayed in my room with my drone that evening. I heard Dots and Papa arguing with each other. Dots got kicked out, but I saw him still hanging around outside. I was in my room, so I didn't know Papa was dead until the next day. Your surprise went down, which is odd.
Got it!
That's strange. You reacted with shock when you discovered your father's body. Yet you weren't nearly as shocked then as when you saw Mr. Rebel. Normally, you'd expect the death of one's father to be much more impactful.
Anime fire! Direct hit! That is strange. I wonder what it could mean.
Well, we know he wasn't as affected by his father's death as he should have been. And I think I know why.
Oh?
Sarge, you weren't as shocked at seeing your father's body as seeing Mr. Rebel because... you've already seen his body? Sarge? Maybe the truth is you left your room that— no, this is probably not it. And that's when you saw it, your father's body.
I saw no such thing.
Really? You didn't see his body? Alright then. What did you see? Okay, that is it.
Look, Apollo, we lost some noise.
So, just as I suspected, you really did see something. Sarge, please tell us what you saw.
But... the moment I saw it, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't stand to lose yet another loved one.
Did he fight back? Did he shoot at politician? I mean, I'm assuming it's politician. I mean, I don't know. Is that why you weren't very shocked when you found out your father was dead? Because you'd already sensed that he was a goner somehow?
Maybe.
Please, Sarge, what was it you saw on the night of your father's murder?
I saw...
Oh, he's tweaking. Oh my god. What's happening? I don't like where this is going. No more, please. Huh? Oh, brother.
Hey! Hey, how dare you! Give Widget back. I've confiscated your little toy. The battlefield has no place for unauthorized equipment. Widget? Apollo, I can't continue the session without him.
Widget is authorized equipment. On myself, this instant witness, I hereby order you to submit to your therapy session. What in Blaze, do you take the gavel? Oh my god.
Look at me, I'm judge, jury, and executioner now. I hereby convene a military tribunal.
Oh my god. How old is this kid? This has gone way too far. Bailiff, arrest that drone this instant. Stop resisting. Oh my god, what the hell is happening? Why are you resisting so much? How? Are people dying for real? There's no way that this is like not lethal. This is just like Yakuza, where lethal attacks are not actually lethal. Sarge is silly. Or maybe it's because they're lawyers, they can't physically be killed.
Oh, finally got him back.
Nice work. This witness is truly a handful.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Miss Sykes, what's the witness's current psychological state?
Let's see. He's emotionally all over the map.
So his out-of-control emotions are in control of him, huh? Just an average day in the courtroom. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Does that mean we can calm him down if we can figure out the root cause?
Yes, so let's see what we can find. Sarge, can you hear me? Is that you, Courtwoman Sykes? I'm here. Now, I want you to take a few deep breaths. Just try to relax. Try it with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. And now, let your emotions take you where they will. Go on, just let it all out.
Woo! Oh, process attack! That's the least relaxing breathing exercise I've ever seen. Dust was hanging around. Heard more fighting and got worried about Papa. So I left my room, but suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame. That's probably what scared him. And Papa grinning with the— oh my god! That's when he must have been killed. The flame is probably what scared him.
Got it!
That's it! Sarge, you were overcome with shock and fear when you saw those flames, weren't you?
Oh, was I?
Yes. Just 6 months ago, you and your mother were caught up in an arsonist's blaze. So it's no wonder you would be extremely scared of fire.
Yes, that does make sense. And maybe, just maybe, your subconscious fear of fire was what caused you to withdraw from the world. What do you mean, Courtwoman Sykes? In the outside world, you were bound to come across all sorts of fire. Candles, cigarettes, heck, even the grill at a diner. Even if it's not that often, just the idea that you might see them grew bigger and bigger until you couldn't shut it out. I think you might be onto something. Candles, cigarettes, just thinking about them sends a chill down my spine.
Wow, things I take for granted.
Now I see. I was afraid of the fire. Strange, I didn't even realize it myself.
About that fire, Sarge, can you tell me what it was burning?
Just stay calm and maybe something will come to you.
Huh. Was there anything in there that we saw that could do fire? Or make fire?
Oh, I'm starting to remember. It was that relic. The relic Papa was studying. It was on fire.
Huh. The orb was on fire. That's not this orb though, right? Or...
It's still kind of fuzzy, but yes, the orb was burning right in front of Papa. And there, in the flames, was Mama? Yes, now I remember. I saw Mama appear amid the dancing flames.
The dad didn't set it on fire, did he? There's no way. Okay. What's going on here?
Maybe it's a memory from the fire that killed his mother. He might be confusing it with what really happened when his father died.
So let me guess, more therapy?
Yup, but this time, it seems there's an inconsistency in his statements. And I think we should be able to prove it with the evidence at hand.
I hope this inconsistency is the key to proving that the relic really is the Founder's Orb. Alrighty. Dad was still hanging around after he got kicked out. Heard more fighting and got worried about Papa. I left the room, but suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. Remember a flame lighting up the room and Papa grinning with delight. The relic was on fire and I saw Mama's face inside. I mean, if he was holding the relic, wouldn't it have, like, broken, or... Huh. Alrighty. Let me see what we have. And when we know he went to put it in the... He went to hide it.
Objection!
Yeah, I didn't think that was it. If you put me on the spot, I admit my confidence is waning. It's saying about my confidence in you. Damn. Damn, Polly. I wish you wouldn't, Your Honor. His father was burning the orb. Yeah. Would it be the last statement then? Because the orb, piece of the orb, it says he went to put it.
Objection!
Yeah. All right. Don't blame yourself, Sarge. After all, even if you hadn't passed out, the outcome would have been the same.
Well, what do you mean?
I'm talking about the time of death. Your father wasn't killed right after you left your room.
What? Explain yourself at once, Private Justice!
You said you saw your father burning the orb, right? But we found it there. But that night he went out to hide it in a cave. So what you saw, Sarge, was something that happened before your father left to hide the orb.
Ah!
So you see, you didn't pass out right before he was killed. He passed out right before he left for the cave to hide the orb in the ruins within.
So even if I hadn't passed out...
That's right. The outcome would have been exactly the same. That's because your father, Dr. Buff, was killed after he returned from the ruins. And therefore, Sarge, there's no need for you to blame yourself. Aww.
Oh, I see. Private Justice? Can you really say I bear no blame in this?
Why do you ask?
Because the truth is, if I hadn't engaged in my siege defense, Papa would still be alive.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault. Sarge.
Papa wished nothing more than for me to lead a happy, healthy life. That's why he quit his job and moved us out away from the big city. But even then, I didn't have the courage to set foot into the outside world. And in the end, I failed to make Papa's wish come true.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, sweetie. But you can live for him now. Aw. Sarge?
If you want to make your father's wish come true, if that's what you really want, then who's to say it's too late? Why don't you take the first step now?
Yeah.
It's okay. My first step? That's right. You can cast off all your regret. You can stop standing still and start moving forward. You have the power within you. I know from experience. I know what it's like to feel like you do. But only you can decide to take that first step.
It's okay. You can still do it. If you don't change your tactics now, Sarge, the victory you seek and the war you're waging will always lie beyond your grasp.
I think I understand now. I've made up my mind.
Oh my god, are we gonna see?
As of this moment, I will suspend my siege defense indefinitely.
Oh, are you good? Is the kid gonna come into the courtroom? Oh, hey kid. Oh. Hi, little buddy. Hi. Oh.
Sergeant Buff, reporting for duty.
What? I thought you were a guy.
You're definitely not the gruff drill sergeant I envisioned. Well, my mama was in the Russian army.
I was just as shocked, but it certainly explained a few things when I found out too. May I introduce Miss Army Buff? Army Buff. Aww. Archie Buff because he likes archaeology. Army Buff because she likes armies. Another child you need to adopt, exactly. The family grows.
She's just a baby, yeah.
Miss Army Buff, aww. No way.
Careful, soldier. Don't forget I could blow you away at a moment's notice.
She's just too cute. So, have you always been in a wheelchair, Sarge?
Negative. Only since I was injured. In the fire.
The voice sounds awfully different from before. She was using a voice changer or something?
My drone features a voice modulation device. It's just one of my army's many technological marvels.
Hell, you fooled me. I thought some 20-something military fanatic was at the controls.
If it's all the same to you, troops, I'd like to continue my testimony. I've just remembered something, and it's as crisp and clear as a trumpeted roll call.
What did you remember?
It wasn't my mother who appeared in the burning orb. It was some lady Papa had shown me a picture of a long time ago. He said it was the Holy Mother, the founder of Kuranism. She appeared right there in the burning orb.
Huh? What did you just say? Would that be the Founder's Orb rather than Crystal of Ami Faye?
The Holy Mother of Kuranism was in the burning orb? Oh, what does that even mean?
I have a bad feeling about this. Oh ho ho ho! Could it be? Could this explain what Starge means by the Holy Mother appearing? I'll offer thy prayers fire and Holy Mother. Hold on. If I can... Just to be safe.
Take that!
Dr. Buff's research notes? What do they have to do with this?
The burning orb, the appearance of the founder. This part. This paragraph.
Take that!
There's a legend about the orb involving a mysterious riddle. And in the song, hiccup. The song in turn is said to contain the key to solving it. If the legend is true, then I believe the answer lies in this part of the song. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. Well, anyone see where I'm going with this? That this is in fact the holy fucking orb. Or the Founder's Orb. Prayers as fervent as fire. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to set the orb on fire? The whole stanza seems to suggest the Founder will appear if the orb is set on fire.
Wait, so the doctor,
He got the power! Yes, Athena. He solved the ancient riddle of the Founder's Orb. Oh my!
Papa was a great archaeologist. So I believe in him. And I want to believe. I want to believe he achieved his long-time dream of solving the riddle before he died.
Well, we won't know for sure until we try it for ourselves.
Yes, do it, Private Justice, please. I want to see what Papa was searching for with my own eyes.
Objection!
The plaintiff must object to this. Oh my god, you have nothing, bitch. The plaintiff will stand down and be quiet. Oh, get him!
Objection!
You don't have the right to set a precious relic like that on Bruh.
Objection!
Going back and forth. Oh, but I do. All I needed was Sarge's permission. Since we still don't know if this treasure is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Amin Fae, any ownership rights the Doctor had now belong to his daughter. Based. And Paul said shut the fuck up. Yes, we're gonna adopt her. Therefore, you have absolutely no right to stop us. Oh yeah, she's an orphan now. Wait, so where's she gonna live? Very well, Mr. Justice. I never thought I'd be saying this, but you may burn the evidence. That's so funny out of context. All right, here we go. All right. Please work. Okay. Ooh. Hello, Mother. Hello, Mother. Oh no, face reveal. Mother face reveal. Dirk? Isn't she... Can we add this to the base? Oh yes, absolutely we can. Here, I'll edit it in BTTV real quick. Commands. Hold on. Alrighty. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Alright, let's try it now. There we go. Hell yeah. She got a bad. Her garb leaves no room for doubt. It's the Founder herself, face and all. I don't understand. The greatest of taboos in Quranism is the depiction of the Founder's face. Yet here it is, hidden within this orb. Oops. Oopie. Revealing secrets that shouldn't be revealed. That's what we do in these games. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but as you can see, the issue is crystal clear. The figure is the Holy Mother, founder of Quranism. And based on that, this must be none other than the Founder's Orb! Oh my god. Be that as it may, Mr. Rebel still may have— oh, this isn't a murder trial! So, it would render the orb transfer agreement null and void. Don't play dumb, Mr. Wright. The truth of the matter has already been proven. I bet a blasphemy is a treat. Oopsies. Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time. I mean, it's a pretty bad consequences in a Great Ace Attorney, but you know what? It happens in these games. Dr. Buff wasn't killed right after Sarge saw Mr. Rebel. It happened after the Doctor came back from hiding the orb. And you've no proof that Mr. Rebel was still around at the time. Your claim that the Defiant Dragons are behind the crime doesn't hold water. And that means the orb transfer agreement is still perfectly valid. Get fucked. He can't bluff his way through with Apollo against him. Yeah, he knows your tricks, buddy. Admit it, Mr. Wright. I just burned your whole case to the ground! Got him! Let's go! I won. I actually won. Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? Respond? I didn't think so.
Wait, did we just win? Did we actually beat the Turnabout Terror? You're amazing, Apollo!
Don't just stand there, right? Do something! Well, I don't think there's any digging out of this hole. Mr. Addison Wimperson, I think it's time for your concession speech. Get him! I have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is the Founder's Orb. Facts don't lie, but you obviously do. How's that for a campaign slogan? Damn! I need an air horn sound effect. The bow, 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 bow. Why, you contemptuous peasant? I think this is a good time to wrap up this trial. If both parties have no further objections, I will render my verdict. No objections here, Your Honor. You're cooked, buddy. Oh my god. You can't do this. The crystal is mine. It's not the fucking crystal, buddy. I'll lose the election if I lose that crystal. Oh my god. Can we kill him? I'm sorry, but there's really nothing more I can do. You haven't forgotten about our little chat, have you? What the fuck did you get yourself into, Phoenix?
Objection!
Is he like blackmailing you or something? That's that, buddy. Oh my god. What is he holding over you? I object to the defense's last claim. Oh my god. Where's your basis? Is it based? I don't believe they have truly proven the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb.
Objection!
You literally just did. Mr. Wright, I don't think even you could bluff your way out of this one. What possible argument could you have to claim that this isn't the Founder's Orb? Ow, ooh, my wrist. Ow. Oopie. About that. Oh, of course. Oh, brother. You can't possibly have hit on something. The defense's assertion is incomplete. And this is why. Oh my god. Their claim that this relic is the Founder's Orb is based on a legend. And that legend claims that the Founder will return when the riddle is solved. What? The Founder was revealed for... Is he claiming that this is going to be like the second coming of Christ and that the Founder's actually going to appear? Did they think that she would just like manifest physically in the room? But Mr. Justice, what about the rest of the legend? Oh, please, I got $20 riding on this. According to the legend, once the Founder returned, she would bestow spiritual power onto the person who's... What if it's a one and done and, the doctor solved the riddle first and he got the power, so it's been used up? What if the doctor survived death because the power protected him? I don't know. You're kidding, right? Well, Mr. Justice, do you feel great spiritual power coursing through your veins? No. But receiving spiritual powers and stuff, it's all just mystic mumbo jumbo, right? Maybe so, but you're the one basing your claim on said legend. And what we saw here does not fully fulfill it, does it? No, but... Oh my god. Consequently, you cannot rightfully claim that this is the Founder's Orb. Well, good work on pulling that out of your ass, Phoenix. What's gotten into him? Why is Mr. Wright doing this? It would appear that Mr. Wright has lost a few of his marbles. Yeah, what happened to pursuing the truth, Phoenix? I know you always had to act in the best interest of your client, and I guess that's true, but... Truth. Have we lost the plot, Phoenix? Do we need to get Edgeworth in here to we do a little 180, you know? Edgeworth gonna help you, get you back on track. That couldn't be further from the truth, Your Honor. It's $20. I mean, fair. $20 could buy 2 burgers for Maya. I don't know. What's inflation like in Japanifornia in 2028? In any case, I believe this is a good time for a recess. Both sides will have 20 minutes to prepare. I ask that all documents be ready by then. Oh, wait, Mr. Wright? You do well to wash up and find your missing marbles by then. Even when we're not playing as him, he still gets a couple digs at Phoenix. Okay, before we continue, I'm gonna get some more water and take another quick bathroom break. I need more water. So I'll be back in a moment. I'm gonna run another ad, and I will return in a moment. Alright, I'm back. Let's do this. Let's do it. Alright, what fresh bullshit are you gonna throw at me now, Phoenix?
Mr. Wright is sure acting funny. I mean, he's famous for going out on a limb, but that last assertion was just plain crazy.
It's either a bluff or a Hail Mary. Either way, it doesn't make much sense.
Maybe there's something we're missing here. Although we seemed perfectly normal when we spoke earlier. Apollo, I have a bad feeling about this. I'm gonna go check up on him.
What's going on with you, Mr. Wright?
Hey, Private Justice.
Oh, Sarge.
I forgot to mention something. On the night of Papa's murder, a strange thing happened.
Oh? But why are you only telling me about it now?
Well, I didn't say anything before because I thought Papa's death was an accident. But now that we know otherwise, I figured it might be important.
There's still more to this case. It always becomes a murder.
When I left my room and lost consciousness, I passed out right here.
That's right above the coffee bar.
But when I came to, someone was pushing my wheelchair.
Huh.
I was so scared I made a hasty retreat as fast as my wheels could take me.
Do you know who it was?
No, it was pitch black. Yes, I fled to my room so fast, I didn't even have a chance to turn on the lights.
Maybe it was your father.
No, he would have said something to me. Besides, I'd have known if it was him.
So then it could have been your father's real killer.
My thoughts exactly.
But you didn't report this to the police?
It didn't even occur to me.
It's okay. You're obviously still upset, so don't beat yourself up over it. Apollo, this could be really important information. I think the act of pushing Sarge's wheelchair could be a part of some bigger scheme. It's hard to see why else the killer would have done such a thing. Let's just take her statement down as evidence. All right. Aw, little army. Do we have her in the court record now? Aw. Ex-Russian military. And then... Oop, show me this man. I need to see him. I love that he's best friend. Best friend, his frilly cravat makes one strong fashion statement. Wait, I wanna check this specifically. Oh, that's just her location. And then, fainted in the hallway above the coffee bar. After witnessing the doctor burning the treasure, when she came to, someone was pushing her wheelchair. Frightened, she quickly fled to her room. Oh, welcome back, Athena. Could you hear something in his heart? How'd it go with Mr. Right?
What should I...
Athena?
Oops, sorry. Zoned out there for a sec. The recess is almost over, so let's go.
Girl, what do you know? Apollo lacks critical information. Did Edgeworth promise to marry Phoenix if he wins this case, and Athena just learned about that, and so she's like worried about Phoenix's love life now? Yeah, what else is new? Yeah, with me, with the defense, or who, not, I guess, the attorney we play as, not getting information before the trial, or even during the trial? Whoa! Oh, Mr. Wright, about that last objection you raised. We, the plaintiffs, still believe that the defense has yet to sufficiently prove its case. They claim that according to legend, the Founder Zorba bestows spiritual power, yet the relic in question has failed to do so. Therefore, it has failed its own test. I see. He's sticking with that ridiculous argument? Furthermore, even if it is the Founder's Orb, oh my god, Sari is like slacking today. Oh my god, 2 in a row. Sari, I mean, I'm getting the ad break alerts, or the ad break messages, but Sari's not picking up on bots. Huh. After all, they were the ones who killed Dr. Buck.
Objection!
What are you talking about? That was already proven to be false. There are no grounds for asserting that the Defiant Dragons murdered the Doctor. Yeah, bots are so cringe. Yeah. Oh, but I'm afraid there are, Mr. Justice. Your Honor, I'd like to present new testimony to this court. From who? Testimony that will show that Datsa Rebel did in fact kill Dr. Buff. What? Very well. You may call your witness.
I guess Mr. Wright found another new angle.
What new testimony could there be this late in the game? Oh, fuck.
Fellow citizens, it is I, Paul Atchon, the once and future representative of the people.
She's not him again. My client divulged new information to me during the recess. He remembered something he saw, you see? Something crucial to this case. How very convenient. Alrighty.
It was around 11 at night, and I was out on a mobile meet and greet around the village. That's when I saw Dr. Buff being murdered from outside his study window. Mr. Rebel snuck up from behind and struck him on the head. His weapon of choice? A suitcase.
I mean, we didn't see any. That was a heavy suitcase.
A big, strong man like him could easily swing a heavy suitcase into someone's head.
I mean, the corner of an unidentified object. I mean, this looks pretty small for a suitcase wound. So. You saw the murder as it happened, and you're just telling us now because.
I saved the best for last.
Maybe because you did the murder and you're trying to cover your ass.
It's a tactic known to all the political greats.
The murder weapon was a complete mystery, but my client's eyewitness account has finally brought it into light. According to the autopsy report, Dr. Buff was struck in the head by the corner of some object. I suppose that could very well be the corner of a suitcase.
Objection!
Can we luminol test the suitcase? Emma! Emma, get in here! Is there blood on the suitcase? Was there blood on the suitcase? But eyewitness testimony isn't the same as hard evidence. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that if I were you. What's that supposed to— oh, did he do luminol with Emma? We have physical evidence. You're a step ahead of me, Phoenix. The doctor's blood on Mr. Rebel's suitcase. Really? But how does that prove Mr. Rebel used it as a weapon?
Objection!
You should know the answer to that, Mr. Justice. Since you know as well as I, the suitcase is covered in his fingerprints. I forgot we dusted it right in front of Emma. I mean, gloves. Look at Phoenix looking all smug with his employees, like doing the stress slouch.
And the turnabout terror strikes again.
This is quite a convincing testimony and evidence. Nevertheless, you may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Justice. All right, we got one badge and a dream.
Hold it!
You were on a so-called mobile meet and greet at 11 at night.
That's right. It's the perfect time because everyone is at home.
They're probably sleeping. You should have seen how the villagers' eyes teared up when they heard what I had to say. With tears of frustration, no doubt. You were riding around in your palanquin? That's right. Oh, you can get around without that? Some village idiot reported me to the police. I've been banned from using it after dark.
No wonder, with all the noise he makes.
So what exactly did you see then?
Hold it!
Sounds like you witnessed something rather shocking. Indeed, I didn't even believe it at first. I mean, a vicious murdering crime. There haven't been many murders there, I take it. If I'm elected, I promise you that such a terrible tragedy will never happen again. A vote for me is a vote to banish murder forever from our beloved crime. Yes, vote for me and I will make murder illegal. Yeah, good luck with that. Mr. Atchison Wimpison, please tell the court what you saw at the scene of the crime.
Hold it!
He snuck up from behind. So you're saying the doctor never even realized Mr. Rebel was there?
That's right. He was utterly absorbed in a book.
Book. Can't argue with that, yeah. Yeah, I also dislike murder, so he's got a point there.
He climbed up the bookshelf ladder and dumped a bunch of books down on the body.
Are Rebel's fingerprints on the ladder? Can we test that?
I believe he was trying to make it look like an accident.
I will outlaw all crime. Yes, so based.
But that idiot didn't realize I could see everything from outside the window.
One of those statements doesn't feel right. Dutz is an idiot! I mean, I'm gonna go with the reading a book because I know what it is. It's the glasses because he says he was reading a book, but he did not have his glasses on. But I want to see what happens if we say this. The witness said Mr. Rebel is an idiot. That's a key piece of information. Don't you just jump on the bandwagon, AJ? I'm no idiot, you hear? I fail to see how that is a key piece of information. Yeah, I guess it's not, is it? Then it seems there is no need to add it to the witness's testimony. So let's get on with it, shall we? Alright, I want to press the rest just for dialogue. Then we'll go back and add the thing about him reading. Come on, I thought we were cool, AJ! Man, that's worse betrayal than with Phoenix! Man, everybody in this courtroom's out to get me! Are you sure? Positive. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Yet, despite your certainty, you kept quiet about it until now. No, I was waiting. I knew there would be a perfect chance to talk about it later. Information must always be disclosed in a strategic manner. That is one of the lessons of Kingcraft, as taught by the Adishon clan. Is there a lesson by chance in the Adishon Kingcraft guidebook on being honest? Anyway, I saw Mr. Rebel commit that heinous crime.
Hold it!
Oh, I'd have to agree, that suitcase is really heavy. Wait a second. How did you know it was so heavy? For all you knew, it could have been empty.
Objection!
Oh my god. My client witnessed the crime in progress, so naturally he saw Mr. Rebel straining to lift what was obviously a heavy suitcase. I can't say I'm a fan of you trying to discredit my client by tripping him up, Mr. Justice. But I'm just doing what you always do, Mr. Right?
Talk about new testimony. He's totally changed his story.
If you'd really seen the murder taking place, you'd think he'd have said so from the start.
Maybe he had some reason to hide what he really saw.
How this game makes you sympathize with the prosecutors, yeah! Amazing. That might be our only opening. Alrighty. Alright.
Hold it!
Okay. Book. The doctor was reading a book at the time of the murder. That's vital testimony. Very well. The witness will please add that statement to his testimony. Alright. I'm gonna press it just for funsies, just for bonus dialogue, and then we'll present the glasses.
Hold it!
You watched a murderer commit his crime and did nothing to stop it. For somebody who so adamantly campaigns against murder, you seemed quite content to let one happen. That doesn't sound like a good way to score points with the voting public. I'm a politician, not a superhero. I'm under no obligation to risk life and limb.
He sure is quick to deny his obligations when there's nothing in it for him.
I'm getting tired of listening to his endless campaigning and flimsy rationalizations. About your testimony, Mr. Addison Wimperson. You said Mr. Rebel struck the doctor from behind while he was absorbed in the book, and that is important. Hey, objection, bitch.
Objection!
The doctor was standing in front of the bookshelves, absorbed in a book, you say. I'm sorry, but it seems your testimony is completely unreliable. That's quite a bold statement. Well, let's hear you back it up. I challenge you to prove that I am anything but 100% reliable. It would be my pleasure. Lately, it seems the doctor's eyes had gotten so bad he needed reading glasses. However, his reading glasses were over on his desk. So you see, there's no way he could have been reading in front of the bookshelves. Oh, put more tape on there, bitch. I'm sorry, Mr. Addison Wimperson, but I'm gonna have to ask you to explain this discrepancy to the voting public. You what? I'll explain it, you lowly cur. I simply made a mistake, you see. The doctor was actually sitting at his desk when Mr. Rebel hit him over the head. But then the doctor would have been facing him. Surely he would have seen him and tried to run. Dr. Buff was nodding off. I could tell because his eyes were closed and he wasn't moving. Sounds more like what you would do. Then how do you explain the fact that he was struck in the back of the head? Isn't that something that should be impossible from the front of the desk? Oh, about that. He bowed his head when he nodded off. That's when he was clobbered. So that's what you saw. Oh, Mr. Justice, that sounds like a perfectly reasonable explanation to me. Yeah, I do. There's gotta be a problem with it. Because wouldn't there be, like, blood or cracks in the glasses? They were, like, folded up nice and neat on his desk. The witness's statement doesn't hold up under the slightest bit of scrutiny. Is that so? And will you please show us this court what evidence you have to justify this? Gladly, Your Honor. I mean, okay. Okay. If it's not the glasses, then, would it just be the glasses again? Because, again, wouldn't there be blood or cracks in the glasses? Fuck! The witness has passed out from the overwhelming power of my evidence. Overwhelming spiritual power, even? The orb is legit. Shut the fuck up, Phoenix. You lose. No, Mr. Justice. Your lackadaisical attempt to refute him put my client to sleep, and that's all. I feel the yawn coming on myself. Perhaps giving you this penalty will wake me up. Damn. Alrighty. Wait, I'm curious as to what this is gonna say. If it's like not, like guilty versus not guilty. Okay. Ownership is hereby, okay. There's no like guilty or not guilty thing? Okay. The creep Paul Addison stole the Thunder's orb right out of our hands. The dream of revolution in the kingdom of Khura'in died that day, and returned to our daily lives. As for my relationship with Mr. Wright, oh, is this a bad ending? Wait, is this a bad ending? Oh my god! The word awkward comes to mind. Let's just say it was never really the same. Alright, I'm gonna resume the same game there. Interesting. Damn. Okay, fuck. Wait. Okay. Oh no, I was saying if words. Maybe he was having coffee. If an army smelled coffee, then the doctor was drinking coffee, and therefore he wouldn't have been falling asleep. Ah, gotcha. He wouldn't be able to see if he was at his desk. The bookshelf would be in the way.
Take that!
If he claims he was watching from the outside. A diagram of the study. Mr. Addison Wimperson allegedly viewed the murder from here. And the doctor was allegedly nodding off here. But from his vantage point, the bookcase would have blocked the witness's line of sight. Oh, yes, I believe you're right. But... Oh! Add more tape, loser. Oh my god. The fact remains, my client knew that the suitcase was the murder weapon, maybe because he used it. So he definitely has first-hand knowledge of the crime scene. Maybe because he was in the crime scene. I'm afraid I have to agree with you there, Mr. Wright. But then, we have to ask ourselves, from what vantage point did you see the murder? What are you insinuating, Mr. Justice? From what vantage point could Mr. Addison Wimperson have seen the dozing doctor? Once we determine that, I believe we'll finally see the truth behind this incident. Right here.
Take that!
You've gotta be kidding! But that's... It is indeed. But everything only makes sense if the witness was there in the study.
Inside the study? But that's the scene of the crime!
I know. Mr. Addison Wimperson, the man who claims to be a witness to the murder, was most certainly in that very room.
Apollo, are you suggesting...
Mr. Addison Wimperson? Weren't you the one who actually swung that suitcase?
Objection!
What you're proposing is ludicrous. My client is a small, thin man, whereas Mr. Rebel has the musculature to pull it off. He has a point. I gave up trying to lift that thing after one go. That's right, he's the only one who could have lifted such a heavy object. Now do you understand? The rebel that's a rebel is the doctor's killer. The rebel that's a rebel.
As long as the suitcase is the murder weapon, the suspicion falls entirely on Dots. You'll have to poke a hole in Mr. Wright's argument somehow, Apollo.
Oh, I will. And with his own technique, no less. If Mr. Addison Wimperson couldn't swing the suitcase around, we'll just have to consider another way he could have used it as a murder weapon instead. I'm gonna turn this case on its head, Mr. Wright, just like you taught me. He was lying on the floor and he rammed the suitcase into his head, like he rolled it on the floor into his head. You talk big, Mr. Justice. Do you have what it takes? Well, this should be interesting. Mr. Addison Wimperson's testimony has been filled with one inaccuracy after another. First, he stated that Dr. Buff was in front of the bookshelves. Now he claims the doctor was sitting at his desk. So where was the victim really when he was killed? Also, where was his killer? And how was the murder weapon really used? So the important thing here is the position of the victim and killer relative to each other. Yes, Your Honor. If they were positioned in a certain way, it would be possible to use a suitcase as a weapon without lifting a finger. You can't mean... I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. It's quite distinctive, as you can see. Now, if Dr. Buff was sitting in a certain spot, and his killer was at a certain other spot... Did he drop it from above? Very well, Mr. Justice. Alright, we'll try this. We'll go with the drop in the suitcase theory. We'll say the killer was up here.
Take that!
Oh, that's... This should wrap things up nice and pretty for you, Mr. Wright. I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. But this time, instead of thinking in 2 dimensions, let's think in 3. Only then we clearly see the killer's method at work. 3DS! Let's go! The killer didn't have to swing the suitcase. If he used gravity to his advantage, that is. The power of the Nintendo 3DS, baby! That's right, it was a plaintiff, one Paul Addison Wimperson, who used the suitcase. He pushed it from the 2nd floor. Wow! And sent it hurtling onto Dr. Buck, who was sitting at the coffee bar. Yard! The psychology book had been at the coffee bar, no doubt. The doctor must have set it down there after he finished reading it, or the like. But his blood got on it, which is why the killer thought to hide it in that mountain of
Objection!
books. That's quite an entertaining theory you have there, Mr. Justice. But there is no evidence that the murder took place at the coffee bar. Not so sure about that, Mr. Wright. I'd say the evidence of the murder occurring at the coffee bar. Let me see. Would it be her statement? If she says she was there? Oh yeah, that means somebody pushed the wheelchair, he would have been right there. It exists. The evidence does exist, and I'm going to show you. You are? Oh, yes, I am. Oh. Oh. I thought I would be using other evidence. Okay. It's not the coffee stain, is it? Is it just the coffee stain?
Take that!
Yeah. This brown stain was determined to be coffee. What's more, it was still a bit damp when we saw it yesterday morning. Ah. Did it really take that long to dry? One look at this book speaks volumes, book. Volumes. Ho 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 ho. It tells us the doctor was having a cup of coffee at the coffee bar. A little 10 p.m. coffee. Bro was not planning on sleeping that night. I mean, he had things to do. That's when the suitcase came hurtling down, striking him on the head. If only he was the MF who reflected physical, then that suitcase would have bounced right off him, and it would have killed Mr. Addison instead, causing both his blood and his coffee to spatter onto it. Well, Mr. Addison Wimperson. What could I possibly have to kill Dr. Buff? You wanted the goddamn orb. And there it is. That final excuse cornered killers are so fond of. Well, the doctor never returned your crystal to you, did he? Instead, he hid it in the cave ruins. And you were in there. You nearly killed me in there. Yeah, you attempted murder in there, so, yeah. Telling him that the Defiant Dragons were a dangerous bunch was a huge blunder. All it did was make him hide the orb. Your lie came back to bite you in the end. Even worse, the doctor saw the news reports, so he knew the relic was the Founder's Orb. Being the conscientious researcher he was, he knew he had returned it to its rightful place. And that meant keeping it out of your hands. You are so angry that he refused to return the relic to you. That you killed him with your own hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Addison Wimperson? That is...
Hold it!
Oh my god, what could you possibly have now? Apollo, don't! Please don't accuse my client of murder! What does he have on you? What does he have on you, Phoenix? What does he have on you? Huh? What do you mean, don't accuse him? Why would you even say that, Mr. Wright? Athena, do you know something? What I meant was he's a promising politician with a bright future ahead of him. Nobody's buying that bullshit. It's in our nation's best interest to avoid burdening him with the taint of scandal. Say what? Right, you'd better do something to change the current courtroom climate, or I'll be charged with murder. And you know what will happen to her if that... Are you holding Maya? It's an Ace Attorney game. Maya comes back for the first time in like over 10 years, and she gets accused of murder and held hostage. Classic Ace Attorney. Unless, I don't mean, her could be like Trucy or somebody too, but... What's he talking about? Well, I can ponder that later. For now, Mr. Wright, you can't possibly believe that Mr. Rebel's the killer. Are you really going to send an innocent man to prison? I thought you were better than that.
Phoenix, it's me! Believe in yourself!
Maya wouldn't want you to do this. Remember Matt on guard when she was literally like kidnapped and was like, get a guilty verdict, please. Like, if Matt is declared not guilty, she will go free. But Maya was like, nah, bitch, get his ass, get him convicted. I don't think she would want you to do this, Phoenix. What in the world's going on here? If you won't say anything, are we gonna use the moon matrix on him? Mr. Addison Wimperson, the defense.
Paula, wait! Not you too, Athena. It's just, I wasn't sure whether I should say anything, but during that last recess, when I went to check on Mr. Wright, I overheard something I shouldn't have.
Don't look at me like that. Yep, it's an Ace Attorney game, all right. I trust Maya is unharmed. I can't really say, but just remember, if I'm arrested or fail to obtain the treasure, there will be consequences. Consequences of the worst kind, if you catch my drift. Maya wouldn't want you to do this. Relax, all you have to do is ensure I get my hands on that relic. I must deliver to my benefactor at all costs. What do they want that relic for anyway? Like, I had this, honestly, yeah, I feel that it's kind of tired at this point. It's something to do with an old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves its secret. Maya? As in Maya Fey?
Yes, the boss's legendary former assistant.
Maya Fey's being held hostage? Whoa.
So it seems. Why did you tell me as soon as you heard this? Sorry, it just... Mr. Wright spotted me before I could slip away. It made me promise not to tell you.
Oop. We are so getting fired.
He said it would make things more difficult if he found out.
As if things weren't already hard enough. So that's why Mr. Wright was acting so strange. I had no idea. It was supposed to have been excruciating for him. Think. There's gotta be something you can do. Mr. Justice, about that last statement of yours. I believe you were in the middle of accusing the plaintiff of murdering Dr. Buff. Do you care to continue? Yeah, you gotta do it, buddy! I'm sorry, Apollo. I'm really, really sorry. Oh, what's gotten into you two? Yeah, I don't know how else you get right in a position where yeah. I accused that slime bag of putting Miss Faye's life in jeopardy. It seems you finally caught on. I'm far too important to be accused of murder. After all, our nation's future rests squarely on my shoulders. Either I give up, or... What if he's bluffing, you know? Let this be another little twist. Maya's actually perfectly fine. Once I present the crystal to my patron, my victory is assured. Then one day I'll become president, and then king. Oh, brother. I'll have every politician at my command. Now, retract your... Okay, just by saying this, you should be disqualified. Can't count out of him, but... The defense would like to... No!
Objection!
Is that Miles Edgeworth? Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, that was too aggressive to be Edgeworth, but Jesus fucking Christ. That scared the hell out of me. That reminded me of Von Karma. That was like Von Karma deep. Oh! Yeah, get Gummy and Franzi in here, please. Have them search for Maya. They can do it. Apollo. Dirk? I don't know what's going on here, but a lawyer should never look the way you do right now. Can you find Maya? With defeat and resignation written all over your face. Dragon time, baby.
A dragon never yields.
It's dragon time, buddy. Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth. Dirk, the dragon never yields. Come on, be like Kiryu. Come on, inherit you could be you be the inverse of Phoenix. You be Kiryu. It's all over if I give up now. Mr. Wright's hands are tied. It's up to me to do what must be done. He saved my neck so many times. Now, it's my turn to save his. Dirk, thanks for that wake-up call. Now that's the face of a lawyer you've got there, son. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm gonna find a way to save Miss Faye and see that justice is served. Me when I go to a restaurant, I'm gonna make sure that justice is served. And by me, I mean Apollo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's gonna make us holding Miss Faye hostage to ensure he gets the orb for his patron. It seems the patron believes the orb's legend. The founder did appear when the orb was exposed to the fire, just as the legend said. The legend's true, there's always solved the riddle. Not yet, let's say. Oh. So it's not a one and done, I guess, Mr. Buddy, yeah. The founder will bestow great spiritual power when she returns, but if that's true, it means we haven't solved the whole riddle yet. I mean, we didn't pray. Maybe the part about the founder returning should be taken literally. How would it be possible death? You know what? Let's be stupid. We don't get penalized here. Maya could channel the founder, but we have a face now, so she could be channeled. You know what? Let's go back in time, baby. Let's be stupid. Time travel! We could go back to the past and bring the founder here to the present. Like, what am I saying? Maybe I should cut back on the sci-fi movies. I better think of something else. Let's clone her! Cloning technology! I bet some of the founder's DNA is hidden somewhere in the orb. They didn't know about DNA and cloning then. Alright, we have to be silly. There is a way for the dead to return. Spirit channeling. You'd have to know what the founder looks like. But that orb has revealed her face to us, so what if it's a sign we should channel her? Given the facts, the founder's power we need a spirit medium. Or no, only the women in the Fae clan can channel. Get Pearly in here. Or get Maya. Get Maya in here, come on. The ability of a medium to channel spirits is the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. That means Mr. Addison Wimperson's patron will need one too. Maya, then. Once that slimy politician realizes that, he won't be able to lay a finger on Miss Faye. Everything's going to be okay, Mr. Wright, because Mr. Paul Addison Wimperson can't afford to harm a hair on Miss Faye's head. Oh. Mr. Addison Wimperson! It seems you've chosen the wrong person to take hostage. What do you mean? Your patron seeks to solve the orb's riddle, and thereby receive great spiritual power. However, only Maya Faye can truly give them what they really want. She can? What do you mean, only Maya Faye? Think about what the return of the founder really means. We should have considered it more literally. After all, the orb was made in the kingdom of Kurine, the birthplace of spirit mediums. Huh, I think I see now. They need to know what the deceased looks like in order to channel them. But in Kurinism, depicting the face of the founder is taboo, probably so she isn't channeled. However, her true face was hidden in the orb. So maybe the orb is telling us to try channeling the founder. Exactly. Through a spirit medium, the founder can quite literally return. And if the legend is true, the founder just might bestow spiritual power on someone when she does. It's like when Pearl's imbued by Magatama with spiritual power. If a human could be imbued with such power in a similar manner, it is said the founder possesses immense spiritual power. Such a great feat would not necessarily be beyond her. Oh, wait a second, the legend is true! Do you understand now, Mr. Addison Wimperson? You are holding hostage the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. And if anything were to happen to her, the riddle will remain unsolved forever. Got him! There's always Pearl-Faye. I could simply ask her to help. Sorry, I hiccuped there. She would never do that for you if you're holding Maya hostage. If she wants money, I have plenty to offer. She's not the kind of person to be tempted by material gain, and she certainly would help you if anything were to happen to her cousin. Or maybe you'd like to go ask the Queen of Kurine to channel the founder for you? You could, but he'd probably get executed for requesting such a thing. You are so fucked. It's over, now confess. You killed Dr. Buff, didn't you? It wasn't supposed to end this way! Mr. Addison Wimperson, are you admitting to committing the crime? You're my lawyer, right? Do something! It's true that I'm their lawyer, and as such, it's my job to defend you. However, defending my client isn't the only duty a lawyer has. Seek the truth! There's something else that's equally as important. And that is finding the truth! Yo! What? Mr. Addison Wimperson, you have sought to twist the truth in the dirtiest of ways. I was complicit in your hostage-taking, but in a way, I was being held hostage too. Even so, there's still hope for me to make things right. And I owe it all to you, Apollo. Yay! Mr. Right! I can't allow a murderer to walk away scot-free. Therefore, Mr. Addison Wimperson, I must resign as your attorney. Get fucked! Does this mean I'm under arrest? No! You are so cooked. There is not enough tape in the world, buddy boy. Well, I've nothing to confess. We still haven't used Army's statement. What? I said I've nothing to confess. I don't and I won't, especially not to a plebeian like you. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Besides, there's no truth to these allegations. I mean, look at the suitcase. You won't find a single print of my gloves exist, buddy. All that means is you wipe them off, taking care to only leave Mr. Rebels. As many a great politician has said before me, no comment. In that case, try switching things up, Apollo. Look at the situation from a different angle. Is there really nothing that points to the suitcase being dropped from up above? Army statement time? Evidence that points to the suitcase being dropped from the second floor.
If the killer pushed the suitcase from the second floor hallway over to the coffee bar, that will place him right around here.
Maybe, just maybe. Thought of something, Apollo? Just to be safe.
Take that!
That appears to be a statement. But how is that related to the case? On the night of the murder, Your Honor, Miss Army Buff physically left her room. That's when she saw the doctor burning the orb and subsequently passed out. Right above the coffee bar. But with her there in her wheelchair, the killer wouldn't have been able to drop the suitcase down onto the doctor. Good point. However, according to Sarge, she woke up just as someone was trying to move her in her wheelchair.
Someone was pushing my wheelchair. I was so scared. I made a hasty retreat as fast as my wheels could take me.
She must have been in the killer's way and had to be moved.
Isn't that right, Mr. Addison Wimperson?
I love how he uses the full name. He uses the Wimperson part. And if the killer... Wait, they're all using the Wimperson part, right? I'm not just making that up. If the killer pushed the wheelchair with his bare hands, we may have found the conclusive evidence we need. Fortunately for us, that evidence slipped right through the killer's fingers. I've only been able to hold on to it just a little tighter. Now he is neither able to discard nor alter it. Honestly, that piece of evidence wasn't even supposed to be here in this courtroom today. And yet, looks like sometimes things do get better.
This wasn't supposed to happen!
Get fucked. No. Too bad. Because the evidence that sped away from you that night has come back to haunt you right here at this very trial. Oh. Okay, that would be Miss Army, right? Her wheelchair.
Take that!
That's... On the night of the murder, Sarge passed out, only to come to and find that someone was pushing her wheelchair. That's when she fled back into her room. She didn't physically see a single soul after that. Not until Athena drew her out through that therapy session, that is. Womp womp, Whipperson, ha ha! Well, the killer was able to wipe the prints on the suitcase off. The same can't be said for the prints that got away. Ah! My fellow Corinians. Isn't it Corines? Or does that only refer to the people in, like, the kingdom of Corine? Well, Mr. Paul Addison Wimperson, try to explain your way out of this one. The podium is all yours, bitch. Let Apollo swear, please. Paul Addison, savior of Corine. I am not a crook. Oh, stop. Not the... God damn it. I'm destined for great things. We have... Go to the Gatewater Hotel, buddy. Oh! Winner. Yeah, it's the jurist. Well, jury doesn't exist. Paul Ashton arrested on murder charges and stripped of his electoral win. This is like Danganronpa execution. You know, like they all voted for you. That's part of your execution. Oh my god, this is an execution. Good god. Wah, wah. Mr. Atchison Wimperson, are you all right? Bailiff, get him to the first aid station on the double. Well, this was yet another unexpected turn of events. In light of everything that's been revealed, it seems the relic is indeed the Founder's orb. And it seems Mr. Paul Atchison Wimperson can be considered a suspect in Dr. Buff's murder. Apollo, I want to thank you for everything. Thanks to you, I don't have to keep bending the truth. I don't know what I would have done without you. Don't mention it.
You were amazing today, Apollo.
Well, I couldn't have done it without Dirk.
A dragon never yields.
Dragon time, buddy. Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get the truth. A dragon never yields. Every lawyer should take that to heart. As it seems both sides have no further objections, would Dirk Sodmati please take the stand? Hey! Court awards the orb to the Defiant Dragons per the stated transfer agreement. Yuppie! And we still got, it wasn't technically a murder trial, but we did have a murder in there, and yippee! Is this Phoenix's second loss ever? Should the Kingdom of Corine claim ownership, the matter may have to be deliberated in court all over again. I just hope, or shall I say pray, that I'm not the judge presiding over that one. I don't think you will be. Indeed, a trial like that might spark an international incident. Still, there are bigger and more momentous things astir in the air. The revolution! Dirk's really serious about this. This court is adjourned. Yappy. Nice work, son. I've finally broken through the last obstacle on the road to revolution. Revolution? Just doesn't seem real. Yes, well, to think you actually defeated the Fighting Phoenix. All I can say is that's my boy! Haha! Both blackmailings over my kidnapping. Yay, that's all done now. Well, Mr. Wright did have his hands tied. Who knows if I'd have won if he'd been able to fight me head on.
I see it more like you saved Mr. Wright.
Saved him?
Yeah. Remember what he said? He didn't have to bend the truth anymore, and it was all thanks to you.
I don't know about that. Still, I guess it is kind of nice to be appreciated.
Mr. Dirk? Now that the Holy Mother's face has been revealed, are you going to have a spirit meet and try channeling her? I, for one, would love to see the return of the legendary founder.
Yeah, just think about it. Being able to speak to someone right out of history books. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. What? Why? Face isn't enough. You also need the true name of the one you're attempting yeah. Oh, right. Pearl mentioned something like that. And the founder's true name is only known to the priestess who's been crowned queen. In short, the only living person who knows it is the current king of Kurine, Garan. Oh, so without her help, we won't be seeing the founder anytime soon.
That's no fun.
Okay, more evidence. Oh, brother. So, Dirk, what'll you do now? First, I'll start by tracing the route by which the orb came into Dr. Buff's hands. Since we now know it was Paul Addison that asked the doctor to study it, isn't he the one who stole it? No, a political nobody like him couldn't get anywhere near the orb, let alone steal it. He must have had inside help. My money is on someone connected to the royal family. All right, he said something to that effect back in the cave. Whoever it may be, we need to expose their dirty scheme to the light of day. Well, I'm sure Mr. Wright has plenty of information, courtesy of his dirty client. It's Death Note, literally, yeah, name. Need the full name. Might be able to shed some light on this.
Private Justice! That was fine work you did at the trial today. You did your sergeant proud.
Back at you, Sarge. It took real courage to leave your room like that.
It's all thanks to you and Carwoman Sykes. My siege defense over, I can finally sally forth. But the battle's only just begun. One for me and me alone to fight. To lose your mother and then your father. What a terrible thing to endure.
Yeah. And being wheelchair bound doesn't help.
Private Justice, I've been thinking. It's about time I stood on my own 2 feet. After all, I no longer have Papa to cuddle me.
Huh? I'm afraid... does she want me to adopt her?
Take a good look, soldier. This is one small step for man, and one giant leap for me. Hold my drum for me, would you, Private Justice?
Yes, sir. Is she gonna try walking? You can do it, sweetie. You have read a fic where he does it after. That's so sweet. I love that. She did it. Oh, she's tall. Oh my god, is she taller than Apollo? Well, she's 12, but my brother hit 6 feet when he was 11, I think. So, she could be a very, very tall kid. What's this, Sarge? We mean your legs. They're...
The doctor told me I was ready to walk again months ago. But if I admitted I could walk, I knew I'd have to leave the house. So I faked it.
Makes sense, but...
I kept pretending I couldn't walk. I know Papa's watching over me now, and I'd hate to disappoint him. So, from this day forth, I'm going to march forward on my own 2 feet.
What a brave kid, trying to move forward like this. But it must be so hard this soon after her father's death. Don't you ever stop. Just keep on walking, comrade. Yes! Go, Sarge! Stay brave, because there will be days when you'll want to stop. But I have faith you'll find a way to muster the strength to push through then. Yeah, you can do it. Hey, Daddy's back! Hey, buddy boy. Mr. Wright, what's that look on his face for? Oh, Apollo. Is everything alright with Miss Faye? She's safe, for now.
Well then, we better go save her, quick! Where is she anyway?
I'm afraid I have some bad news. Is she in Kurine? She's in Kurine. And she's still being held hostage by the mastermind behind this whole thing. It's Rifle. It's gotta be Rifle. There's only one possibility. The mastermind! That's right. Paul Addison Wimperson was nothing more than a pawn. Oh no, Rifle, what have you done? Maya's true abductors in the Kingdom of Karine. What? I don't understand, Mr. Wright. What in the world's going on over there? She will do anything to get Sniper back. Oh no. As shocking as that news was, it was only the beginning. Beginning of something big. Big enough to shake Karine to its very core. Revolution! I was being swept in a mighty wave that nothing could stop. Of course, at the time, I had no idea what the days ahead had in store for us. Okay. I probably should stop here, but I want to make sure that we can definitely finish this whole game this week. Do I have more? Yeah, genuine croissant question. Do you think I have more than 2 full streams of this case left? Because I don't know how long the bonus case is gonna take. I'm assuming if I go, if it's a standard formula, I'm guessing 2 streams for that case. Could I, if I stream 6-5 tomorrow and Wednesday, could I finish it on Wednesday and then Thursday and Saturday do the bonus case? I mean, I could keep going for a little bit more if there's a good stopping point soon. I don't know if there's a good stopping point in the near future. So, I don't know. Those of y'all who have played this, what do y'all think? I mean, I could keep going for a little bit longer. Not too long. It's a chonker. Then maybe I should do just a little bit more. I don't know if we'll get to like a good, clear stopping point. Next parts are long. Okay. Would it be better to like, in terms of just like pacing and like gameplay, you think it would be good to just maybe save this for tomorrow and then just go non-stop until we get to like an actual good stopping point? Like, not a good stopping point, yeah. I guess like the to be continueds are like the only good stopping points from here on out. Saving for tomorrow, okay. Alrighty, I hope to God we can finish this week. I may have to throw in a couple like bonus streams too. Next parts are pretty long. It's definitely the best stopping point. Okay, then we'll pause there for today. I really want to finish this whole trilogy this week so we can start Dawn Trail next week. Oh man. Time! This is all because I'm trying to squeeze in Dawn Trail before September 10th. Yeah, we got this whole case too.
Oh, brother!
But we did it! We did it. We beat Phoenix. We did it. But things are still happening, so thank you all for being here. That was a fun one. It was fun going up against old Phoenix. We have to adopt Rafa and Army, exactly. The family grows. We have just add more kids to the Write Anything Agency family. Family gets bigger and bigger, as it should. But that will be all for tonight then. Thanks again, everybody, for being here. We'll be live again, same time tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks again.